in my past, asking my past back. When I was sneaking and freaking, I had my sins stacked. Sky high, wondering when I might die. Not knowing what I'm gonna answer, but my soul will be tried. Yeah, the story kinda hard, but shoot, why not try? October 18th, happiest day of my life. Just had my first child, but I almost lost my wife. I know the sins I committed had to come with a price, but I thought I had more time than right here just tonight. I close my eyes and say, y'all, if you might, be none to my wife and just take my life. I heard your word, but I would take it light, cause it's all fun and games till it's time to pay up, right? But by the corner of Yahuwah, he chose to spare our life. And you don't have to believe me, but now I'm walking right. Show me where I'm wrong, I fix it immediately. The man I ain't and who I used to be. Because my whole life has changed. I'm not the man I used to be. I'm not the man that I used to be. My whole life has changed. Since I heard his story. My whole life has changed. I'm not the man I used to be. I'm not the man that I used to be. My whole life has changed.
Rock roll.
Yahuwah's coming back for his people, man. Say Yahuwah's coming back for his people, man. Yeah. I just wanna be ready when he comes. Striving like I'm trying to make his top 10. If he had one, you know what I'm talking about? Listen. You Humpty Dumpty niggas sit on the wall of Qatar. That's a great fall, it's gon' be hard. I'm a player, learn my lesson, baby, I balls hard. I ain't talking transgression when I'm giving my all to who? Yah through his being Yahushua HaMashiach. Play the game to win, it's too easy like a free shot. Sold myself to him, my bazaar and my nafash, but don't dare compare me to a hoochie or a freak thigh. Her sheets hot, cause she got her legs open and he keep his head poking. Fornicator, you stupid. Think I'm missing out on life cause I don't run with your clique. Recompense gon' be a bit, so okay Cupid, go ahead, live your life, yeah, live it to the full. Transgressing, hoping for heaven, know that shit's all bull. Like the 96 NBA season, Yahoo deem my allegiance. Amunah, you won't get me for treason. Usherah, I'ma watch for his people. Elohim is a keeper, keep your Holy Ghost, God and your Jesus. We believers of Amato as preachers. And I talk a big game, cause big game is why I'm not in the bleachers, Nika. All that sideline talk, step the game up. Strength the feeble knees and stop whining, old lame duck. Excess of riot, still running to that strange stuff. Same stuff, we didn't miss Raheem, nigga, you dangerous. Blameless, it's the life I'm called to. Make amends over friend, whatever fate befalls you. Serving sin, word is in, that sin is all you. Yahushua gon' shop it by the book, what's in is all true. Bad, small few, he gon' yash you in the end. Gotta say myself, Matthew chapter 10. But dog from dumb relatives, kin folks and friends, the bar, the sword that separates so that I can make it in. Make it in, yeah, I gotta make it in. If I ain't top 3, I'm cracking y'all's top 10. Make it in, yeah, I gotta make it in. Striving like I'm trying to make you who was top 10, I'm gone, gone. Wow. Talk to you a little bit.
Mars.
I advise you take heed. Just like a record, you know you scratch. But with his letters, you can't do that, nah. Just like a record, you know you scratch. But with his letters, you can't do that, nah. I can't do what you do, cause he bought me. Now you been like a pretzel and you also.
I encourage those of y'all at home, y'all going out in public with these people, wear your mask. I know people feel I'm gonna be all right. That's on you now. This thing has no symptoms. You get hit. I told people about this last year. Of course, they're gonna keep it down for those who watch it in. That's what they do to us. Then later on, they come back and they smack you later. Do I believe Yahuwah is a keeper? All day. He'll keep if you do what he tell you. Ain't that right? Why they put the lamb up down? The lamb, the thing that saved them. He told you when I pass by, if I don't see it, I'm looking for something. You ain't doing what I told you. He said, they don't recognize you. These people don't realize it. What these people fight, it goes against what he actually tells us. They don't believe that nothing can get us sick. That's dumb. That don't make sense according to what he taught and what you're saying. It don't make sense. It makes sense for us to start looking at what we got to start doing and making sure we're obeying that book. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, Yahuwah. We had people in the back for when they kind of were sick. But now y'all sick, y'all stay at home. You come up here, I'll pull out for you, but get where I want to spread to nobody else. Everybody in a different place. We don't play with everybody else. We want people to start trying to, if you following, I try to send out and tell people what I take, what I do. You can try it and see for yourself. Is it a commandment? No, you do what you want to do. I would suggest if you follow, you'll do better, but you do what you want to do, then you more or less take a chance. I'm the type of person like this. Yahuwah put something on the Isha Elohim that you call the manna. You'll say God, I won't say that, but for whatever reason, when he tells them to do something or lead to do something, for whatever reason, people always tend to see their own way. That's always been something that kind of, you know, you have to explain to people. Is it a commandment? Right there, let me know you got a problem. What else? I'm telling you to do something for what reason? Do I get money from these masks? Nope. I get absolutely nothing from it. My end is, I want you to be better. I want your kids to be better. I want your family to be better. And a lot of that come in, what people don't believe is, that come through your obedience. And once we start complying with obedience and stop trying to find our own way, the better we'll be as a people. And like I said, when you're dealing with a disease out here, that's as deadly as this is. That's what happens when man think he can contain something and control something. You can't control nothing. Yahuwah control everything. And they just put us in one of them situations now where everybody else victim. And then I got our kids out, for my young people, these kids, I hope y'all keeping these masks on at school. No? Yes? Are y'all keeping them on at school? Not keeping it on. William, you keeping it on? Come on, put the check up in, William. Get some. Yeah, get that check up there, Joker. Man, listen, this for y'all protection now. You don't have to be up on top of people to get it. I know people say, well, I ain't around nobody. This stuff in the air. If that's the case, you've been a lot to say that's the whole thing about it. It's out here in the air on us. And they're attacking us on every end. And for us, it's a tube thing. Why I say it's a tube thing? Because that gives us an opportunity to start to consider. When you see all these people start dying and falling out around us, you don't see Mr. Yahuwah's word, it come to pass. Listen, everybody keep messing around, but what he said he gonna do, he doing it. It's not what he gonna do, he doing it. Y'all gonna say, listen, it's just a matter of time. When this thing get out here and they have to finally let people know about it, they're gonna shut these schools down. A lot of these companies are going to shut down, they're done. A lot of these companies are gonna be done. They can't afford no more at-home work people. They've been trying to force people to come back to work now because you're hurting gas stations, you're hurting mom and pop shops, you're hurting restaurants where people eat at. They can't afford another. I know people that, they're gonna be working from at home. And you think these teachers gonna still be at school? They're gonna be working from at home too, and your kids already failing. Which means, listen, the people that's gonna hurt the worst are gonna be people, what they call a color. See, I have been a proponent for a long time of trying to instruct my people, talk to my people on these things you need to do, implement different type of techniques, getting people to stay in and work, to try to help out with them. That's that new camera. Was anybody looking at that camera? No, sir. If they were, they probably they'd been bipolar by that time. That man just kicked. But you see that camera just flip over? That's the same thing. Ain't that the same thing he did with them CDs? He gonna tell Justin one time, they were riding together. He said, man, I wanna get my respect back. He's like, what you talking about? I used to have respect, like preach respect, Darren. I want that kind of respect. He said, what happened? Yeah, you know that day I was up there and I was trying to get them CDs, and they went to flying everywhere, and preacher just looked at me, and I ain't had my respect back since then. He thought he had confided in just now before I can go. It's not gonna work. When I seen them CDs flying and I seen some member here and I'm gonna get cut off this other, I said we'll never be the same. And I just seen a brand new camera flip over sideways, I thought one of the members doing a cartwheel. I said, man, that coronavirus made people. Little did I know that Shaheed just flipped over the synagogue camera that's still being paid on. And we ain't got no insurance on that camera. No warranty. Can people sell that camera, Shaheed? Not right now. You know why they can't sell it right now? You still want that respect back? How many of y'all think he got a chance to get that respect? All these people got checks. He is so far from it's ridiculous. We're going to get rid of him sign the Kato Sarah. What we're gonna do, I know that we're gonna get ready, we're gonna go down in Palau. With everything going on, y'all, we gotta do something different. Although that's able. Yahuwah Elohim, which is the supreme ruler, who is Al Shaddai, who is the most powerful. We come before your Pani, your face, seeking you for recovery, seeking you for healing, seeking you for Binah, which is understanding. Knowing that without you we are nothing. We give the kabod, the glory, the kabod, the honor unto your Shem, Yahuwah Elohim, the supreme ruler, who is Al Shaddai, who is the most powerful, who is Abir, who is strong. We power your Shem, which is decorate your name, for truly you're worthy. We give the Tahalim, the praise to Yahushua HaMashiach, which is your salvation, the anointed one, for all that he established through his manifestation of his appearance, which was his Kai, his life, and all that he exemplified in redeeming us from the death of bondage, which is the house of slavery, through his mut, his death, in reconciling us, becoming a zabat, which is an offering, and granting us our repentance and our remission of our kataim, the removing of our sins, through his dam, his blood. Hadu, thanks. All the $2 thanksgiving to your Shem. We seek you and we palau, in which we ask that you would grant us a debal, a word that will feed us, that will instruct us, that will lead us, that will keep us until your return. Hadu, for allowing us to be among the Kai one more time. For all that you loaned us, forgive us for thoughts, actions, ideals, anything we portray, for murmuring, grumbling, complaining, for doubting you, for not fully amaning, which is believing in you, for truly your word. To be with those that are watching in, those that are here, those that could not be here, had a desire. Baraka their desire. Keep us and allow your debar to radiate through us all, to establish us in your mat, to seal us with the Ruach HaKadosh, which is the spirit of separation. And as we prepare to move further, we palau, in which we ask that you take full control, that you get the Tahalim, the praise, you get the kabod, the glory, and the kabod, the honor, in the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen. Yeah. I ain't gonna hurt nobody. We don't know there'll be a keeper. Trying to make sure y'all can pull them down some if you ain't diseased out, and I want y'all to, if you can't breathe, get them down some. Breath stink, put 2 of them on. Before they had complaint about some of these kids' breath. I tell you, I let them come home, been laughing all day, and sometimes they laugh in their butthole. If you go, you pull from a different muscle That muscle you pull from, it connect down now to the Uranus. And the octomata come out. Those are other scientific terms. You won't know nothing about those. But whatever it is, we just want to make sure they stay up and keep yourself up. Changing those toothbrush, those tooth. If you ain't got enough teeth brush, tooth, if you only got one teeth, if you got multiple. So make sure y'all change them teeth brush out every, every couple of months. That just be good for health, hygiene. And for those of y'all that thought about too, that drop and like to look at their stool so they can see what's going on with it, if you do that, close the top down before you flush. Don't flush it with that open. At that point, you need to go take a bath. You just release millions. Seriously, you release. I'm just being honest, from what I do, I start a whirlwind fight. When I felt it coming, I start a whirlwind. Don't let it go. And get out now. And when that thing do it, and once that bang head about to come around there like that, and you got look like the cool crumbs hitting around your toilet like that, little dot point, at that point you can't recover. So what you do, this is what I do. I tell you what I do. Once I know that thing coming out, I'm going to start that whirlwind, going to pull and go. So you get the smell and you pull at one time. Because when that thing, and get on boop, that thing said, got you. That boot, it said, I got you. Now when you make a whirlwind, you got this here, you got that brown thing just scrubbing around the side. You be telling, woo, this water. Now turn down. That's not that water. That's that log that was laying around and it done drew it, and then it whirlwind. Because if it land on that thing like that, all it's going to do, remember, it going like that. So when it's going clockwise, it's just going to sling that thing around it, and it's just going to mark the inside of that toilet up. You talking about, man, I need to get something for this water. That's not that water. Okay, that help y'all out? So it's just things y'all can do. Them little thin, little cute. Yoshi had on one after Shabbat, like, come in my truck. Old thin jacket, old more up here like she felt like she was Clark Kent finna turn to Superman. I said, much as you be sick? Well, when it go on the good, I said, it's too late now. I'm just mentioning these things to y'all to just look at little areas. Even though those of y'all take like immune boosters, still try to take you something during the day. It's not gonna hold a complete day. Sometimes, excuse me, what some people look at, well, I took something this morning. Yeah, but you've been going all day. You've been outside all day. Especially the people who do security. You do something outside all day. Because remember, these diseases, you got more than just that virus attacking you. So all it's looking for is the weak point. The weak point can be, I don't really get enough. Like me, I don't get enough sleep. So I have to make sure I stay on top of it. I know that's my fault. I don't get enough sleep. Y'all know what that is, right? Y'all see Palau's coming the other day. I'm like infrequent. Then some people will call. Come on, right quick, Jeff. You know what you're getting that check for, Jared? Yes, sir. Wow.
Calling you too early.
What time was too early time? About 5 this morning. When I looked at it, I looked at the phone, I said, this man's sick. I said, no, he said, he don't want to. He said, yeah. I said, Jared, you come? He said, yeah, I was turning your call. I said, okay. I said, when I call him? He said, you called me last night, like 11 o'clock. I said, so when I called you at 11 o'clock, you thought at 5:30 was a good time to return my phone call? So when I call you made that call, let's try to do it in like a 10-minute frame. You know what I'm saying? Text after that. I seen that thing about 5 Sunday morning. Because at certain times you see calls like that time come at 3 in the morning, my automatically go in the mode, something happen. Somebody getting rushed to the hospital, something come on. No, I'm turning at 11:30 call, 11 o'clock. I said, yeah, we got to get a check. But anyway, I mention these things. I know I might seem redundant. You said what preacher told her. Anything we can do to protect ourselves against, there's no way to keep every disease germ from coming, but what we can do is to try to attempt to eliminate, much as possible. Your body is designed to fight off certain things, but not an overload. So when you take it that morning, don't forget, you got that, you up, you out around other people, so you got whatever they got, because they don't think you get, please don't just get corona, sometimes you get a bacteria, get an infection, that thing, now you get diarrhea. Your stomach is pushing. Now you're catching this diarrhea because your body's trying to get rid of something. That's something else you caught. Your body got to fight it off. So your body got to do it instead of diarrhea. I need to get rid of. I'm trying to expel this disease. So you got a lot of stuff. People talking about, well, I ain't got corona. I ain't got a strep. You got something. They ain't no just be sitting around just coughing. You got something going on. Now we got these coughs that are staying and they're lingering for 100 days. So we got so much going on that they can't explain. And these people will lie to all of us. Don't count on the news. Don't count on these talking heads. I try to go through, look up, listen. They're swift. They learn how to listen. They let these people know, do not print that. You're going to shut down the world. Listen, all these people, they just had a big economic forum. How many of y'all know about that? Where was it at? Huh? They just had a big meeting, I think, in Switzerland. Switzerland was meeting. They're trying to bring trying to get Russia and Ukraine. They usually stay neutral. They want to get in. They said they got to stop it. They just had a big economic forum. A lot of the world leaders sent people in. They all went. They're looking at the economy right now, and they're going over this because they're looking at what can we tell these people. If you're looking at, there's a lot of shift changes with politics. Donald Trump will not possibly win. He don't need to win. Joe Biden don't need to win. Neither of these guys need to run. Honestly, it's a disaster either way. There's no way to win. Donald Trump has already told you how he get in there. He's going to build that wall. That's the first. This is the second biggest lie you told. You didn't build it the first time. Hillary Clinton going to jail. What happened to that? See, the man, I don't know. And for all of y'all Trumpers, and my end, put both of them in the bag, throw them in the trash. Really, if you're a party line voter, you're not even intelligent. Anybody that's a party line, you're not intelligent because you don't know how to look at the person. Look at the person. Parties will never tell you the whole story about a person. I know black people. I'm a Democrat for black people. This is another stupid. It's so much stuff you say that's just so intelligent. Don't say that. The Democratic Party was the party that actually was against you. The Republican Party was more for in letting the blacks get more. When they were fighting, trying to get equal rights, trying to get, the Republican Party was more pushing toward it. The Democrat Party was against you. They were really against you. Your Strong Thurmans, all these people were Democrats. All these people, Judge Smith, these people were crucial. These were people that made a big impact on keeping blacks away from certain rights and stuff. You won't know like what Judge Smith, I think he was from Virginia. You got a lot of West Virginia. A lot of these people, South Carolina, Strong Thurman. You got a lot of these people. What's that, Russell from right here in Atlanta? They got that nice federal. No, y'all think Richard Russell. But they think about the quarterback. So Russell, that's what that federal bill they got in there. That's named after a racist. The Richard B. Russell. He was this man here was these folks. Listen, man. He was also on the committee to investigate the death of President Kennedy. Yeah, all these people. That's how it came to the Warren report. They went with the judge of the Supreme Court. It was the Warren report. He was also on that committee. These people have been against you a long time. But people of color keep running behind. Only one of those people really that fought on a lot of different ends, they give no credit to. And I told you, probably to me, a president that did more for blacks that never get the recognition was Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson pushed more. He didn't really care about you like that. But he did more pushing for people black. He pushed against his own party for a lot of things for people of color. But they don't tell you that. They'll tell you about Kennedy. Kennedy, all they got to do is just show me a bill he signed. Give me legislation. Kennedy, then they'll tell you what Kennedy was trying to do, what he do. Kennedy did nothing. These people, Bobby Kennedy, his brother, Attorney General, he the one that gave the okay to what's that FBI boy name? Hoover. He the one that gave the papers to Hoover to go ahead and investigate Kennedy. These guys like women. They like to mess around their wives. These guys are possibly involved with the killing of Marilyn Monroe. Both of the brothers were sleeping with her. She ran her mouth too much. These folks don't even know nothing about it. Y'all don't know about that, do you? Listen, she did all her crying to what's that boy from the Rat Pack? Sinatra. Frank Sinatra was in love with her. She loved him. She loved Bobby and she loved it John. She ran her mouth too much. She did stupid stuff. Got on TV and sung happy birthday to the President of the United States. Happy birthday to a married man, the President of the United States. Hey, you gotta go. That was dumb. That was dumb. The man married. You can't do that. So it's a lot of stuff these people did. When they talk about all the people that cleanse kid, which I don't believe that. Hillary and Obama. I'm saying what other folks say. They need to stop saying it too. Whoever they say. I don't like the people that they say. But none of these people did nothing different than all of them done. All these people are murderers. All these people are killers. All these people are liars. All these people sitting here. I don't know. Have y'all listened? Did y'all listen to the when the circuit court was Donald Trump is appealing, trying to fight them, trying to convict him or trying to bring a case against him against January the 6th. Have y'all been keeping up with this? Now y'all haven't been keeping on. What he's appealing is he's taking it to the circuit court, the federal courts now. From here, he'll go to the Supreme Court. So these judges already asked him about it. Do y'all know that as President of the United States, the reason why he's saying he can't be prosecuted because some things came out, they even asked him about it. Do y'all know he can have SEAL Team 6 to kill you? The sitting president can have his rival killed with SEAL Team 6. He can only be prosecuted if the Congress impeaches him or if he is charged and convicted. But if he steps down, they cannot impeach. They cannot charge him with that criminally. They asked him about this because you know what? They don't play it on them shows you watching. They asked him about it. I just told him asking about it. They said, so let me get it straight. He can have SEAL Team 6 kill his rival opponent, and he can't be charged. He said, well, she said, answer the question. He said, well, if Congress impeaches him before, or if he is convicted, then he can be charged. All he had to do is have you assassinated and step down. He can't be prosecuted because he did as the president. These are the same people that ran down Vladimir Putin for assassinating people, for poisoning his rivals. Y'all remember this? That boy Novak, he trying to get run. They ran the man down. They do the same thing. Their constitution protects them. Let me tell you something. Y'all don't know that. My dad told you, y'all don't know about white people. Who makes laws like this? How is it okay for you to kill people because, you know, I thought they told us, you probably never heard this statement, no one's above the law. Hey, y'all ever heard that statement? They are above the law. So, do you know how dangerous that is that you have a person in position that can kill people because of their job? That's scary. And all they have to do, you know how long it takes to impeach somebody? First of all, you got to have a meeting on impeaching them. You got to get enough people to agree on the impeachment. Then you got to start the impeachment proceeding. All you got to do is resign. These are the people that you put your confidence in. The American people, black, white, Hispanic, I'm sorry, the quote unquote, they call American Indian. I don't know what your nationality would actually be called. American Indian would not be the proper term. I do not want to insult you. They even left out, every time we discuss, it's always black and white. Nobody said nothing about these people. How many times they really get mentioned in conversation? Huh? They call them the Native American Indian. How does that make sense? The Native American Indian. This was not America. You stole this and you changed the name, and then you come back and you try to decorate people by saying you are Native American. That does not make sense. I was here before America was. We're not intelligent people. Those people, what we say, and I said, black and white need to keep fighting. We all forget about these people. But so you ask yourself that, how long before they forget about you? What's the conversation date about? The immigrants. They don't even discuss you about the immigrants. They discuss white people saying the wall need to be built, and the immigrants saying what they need to get. Nobody discuss you. You're on the totem pole with the Indians. Well, whatever the proper name of them is. I don't know if they call this, they can't be Indians because they're not from India. Most people ain't paid attention to that. Every name that you have, someone has given it to you. You have nothing of your own. Nope, there's not a race out here that had their own name except for Caucasian. And then they say after the mountain. Caucasian relates to the mountain, not the color. We're the only people named by everybody else. Every race out here, Chinese people, I guarantee that's not the original name. They ain't call themselves Chinese, they can't see. They probably call themselves Chinese. Nobody has their own name. Everybody if you go back and look, I'm sure you go through everybody, look at everybody's name. Nobody is who they're supposed to be. Everybody have been named by their oppressor. You either been named by the Greeks or by the Romans or the British. That's true. Everybody been colonized. You can go in any one of these countries and you can find some country, some culture that they have from Europe. It makes no sense for Turkey to have the oldest Orthodox Greek church. Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. They actually went and took it over. Y'all didn't know about that, did it? Oh, Turkey just took it over about a year or two ago. They went straight in there and took it over. They said, they agreed with me. They said that makes sense. They took it over from them. Oh, they were livid. They were like, why would a church be over here? They took it over and made it a mosque. You know they ain't like it, but of course you don't like it. You can't come in my house and sit up there and get mad if I tear it down. This is what needs to happen. In order to fix things, you have to get the truth. The problem with religion is the same problem with society. No one deals with truth. Everybody deal with what's comfortable, what does not rock the boat. Except for now, the Caucasian race when they give you religion. That's the only people. Think about this. Think about this, just honestly. When has white Jesus ever been a problem with white people? Find me one white group that had a problem with Jesus being white, or saying he shouldn't be no color, just a spirit. Not one white person. Not one white person on their planet has ever had a problem with it. You know why? Because it does not affect them. It does not offend them. It makes them feel good. As soon as you say he wasn't white, why are you talking about color? That's the truth. This is what's wrong with religion. Let me tell you something. So now you push people color when they have to go and say, well, let's look in the book and let's start finding. Let's go historic and look. What that got to do with anything if you're trying to be saved? What does it have anything to do with being saved if you're telling lies? It has everything to do with if you're telling lies. This is being honest with y'all. Nobody deals with truth. Now, when the so-called Negro get the first thing they do, they give him some dread and a cigarette, or a crack pipe, or a bill. Because they don't want to just go with the color. They want to take it to another extreme. Now I want to make it look like if he was him, he'll be with Tupac. He'll be with Suge now. Because now your reasoning for what you've done has not been of an honest, it hasn't been honest, so you've gone off the deep end and now you're in the same boat with them. Let's just be honest. Nobody want to deal with truth. We're the only people that has to, when something says something, you can't say it because it offends them. They know that. They know. Nobody gonna tell you. Go to any white church and see they take down white Jesus for you. They're gonna take it down. They're gonna say, what's wrong with it? They're not gonna take no Bibles and rip them pictures out of. They ain't gonna get rid of no white angels. They ain't gonna get rid of no. They ain't gonna get rid of. Look here. They had a fit when that little girl wanted to be the black mermaid. Mermaids ain't even real. That's the thing. They ain't even real. What's making it so bad? Why it would be done to have a white mermaid in the first place? Simply because when you deal with mermaid, that's something that comes from Israel. That's Egyptian. This is another problem you got. How do you take something that the Egyptian made up, and why would the Egyptian make a white god when all their gods look like them? The Egyptians have never showed you nothing betrayed that they were all white. How many of y'all didn't know mermaids? That's going to more or less deal with them. Yeah, that's not. Because all these people make up stuff. See, everybody makes up gods that look like them. You won't find nobody that make up gods that look like nobody else. That doesn't make sense. They feel like they have a correlate because everybody copies from us. They copy from the Aborigine. When he said, let us make man in our image after our what? So why would I go make a white god? That wouldn't even make sense. Now if he said, I'm going to make him like me, then he's going to resemble, he's going to favor. So when every other race go see the Buddhist people and see they make one. See the Buddhists look like them. Go look at the Hindu and see that little boy Ching Ching. See who you look like. He's gonna be Chong Chong. No, this is just thing. I want y'all to understand something that's practical. Okay. In order to be saved, you have to deal with truth. Truth is this is all of these are surface things. The color, all that won't save you. Okay. But what will definitely not save you is you believing a lie. Because he said you have to believe on him as it is written, right? So we deal with what's written, then you have to deal with what's factual. They'll spend more time trying to say, well, that doesn't matter. Why does it matter if it's in there if it says it? If he said nothing's going to fail, not one jot, one tittle, again, that's not our saying. That's going to be Greek. We start dealing with Greek and Latin connotations, okay? But whenever you start, the yard is going to be the smallest thing for us. Okay, you're going to look at the people, you're going to look at their culture, you're going to look at their writing. Jot tittle ain't going to make no sense. Okay, yard is going to make sense. It's the smallest stroke that we have. Okay, remember, you're dealing with writings. Why am I dealing with jot and tittles? I'm dealing with writings. It's going to make sense. Some of you might say nakud, because it's a crumb, a small crumb. It's going to make sense. Some say yard. Simply why? Because I'm dealing with the writings. So I'm telling you that none of the writings going to pass away. Why am I dealing with jots and tittles? Because this is something that they use. This is not your conversation. The reason why I'm trying to get people this, everybody that's going to be saved, okay, everybody be saved, has to come under one census, okay? You have to understand how this works. All these different arguments people got is to get everybody down to one point. Let's deal with what's true, then let's come away from him with behavior, okay? Now, where people color fail at, you'll make your color your salvation. Your color not your salvation. Your color is not your salvation. But you can't get away from the fact of what it says. See, when you deal with all your writings, your document, who's it come from? So the truth is going to be how they see it. Not basic. This is not a culture. You know what? Let me ask y'all this. How many of y'all know about let's go with American Indians. How many of y'all know about the American Indians? How many of y'all? Anybody? Let me see your hand. How many of y'all feel like you have good knowledge about them? Good knowledge about them. Anybody feel like you have good knowledge? Can I borrow you for a second, then Rod? I know Chris had it. Can I borrow you for a second? You got a microphone? I just want to ask you something. It's not a trick. I just want to ask you something. You're like a robber. It's fine. Can they see him? Appreciate it. That's a good question. So you're familiar, I know I ain't not saying expert, but you're familiar with the Indians?
Yes, sir.
Just basic, I guess something basic. What you could tell me about them?
The original people here before the European got here.
Okay. And what else do you know about them? As far as anything culturally?
What do you mean?
I mean, just things that they do, practices they have, or anything like that?
They depended on the American bison.
The American bison. Okay. And what else would you say?
I mean, they had idol gods too.
Idol God. They had that. Anything else that you could think of? Even some culturally about them they might have done. What, eating practices, praying practices, or religious practice, or hunting practice, anything?
I read that certain sects, certain areas of them had a lot of like so-called Hebrew customs.
Hebrew customs.
I heard that too.
Okay.
So.
Heard that. And how many Indians you talked to?
I mean.
How many? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to find out. So, you, Chris, you next. How many Indians you talked to for your knowledge? How many of y'all have got a problem with this statement? The problem become, let me see. Chris, how many times we talk? Well, probably like once every 3 years? About every day almost. When we had that conversation, Chris? How many times, did y'all remember I stopped everybody one night before they walked in here? I said, stop, before you walk in the door. Is there something we need to know that we don't know? Everybody look me dead. It ain't nothing, you know everything you need to know. This ain't important. So let me get it straight. In Louisiana, under your great-granddaddy raising Cajun, you grew up with Indians. How many Indians y'all think of Alabama? Right now, if you count all of them together. All the Indians in Alabama own Dairy Queen. That's it. They own Dairy Queen and them Comfort Inn Hotel. Ain't no Indians in no Alabama, Chris. Ain't no self-respect Indian gonna be caught in no Alabama. But the reason why I say that, to really understand people and know people, that's every race, it's important to talk with them to know their custom and history from them. We typically have relied on others to explain and tell us and teach us about the people that you really have understood. Even if you sat down and call yourself studying, that does not give you all of the most intimate parts of how they work. Like they'll try to explain to you about an animal. They'll only know certain things about what they watch and what they see. They'll say, well, the animal's not hungry. Well, a lot of things is speculative. You don't actually know that. There are reasoning for how things work and how things exist. So you typically put things into a perspective of how you see them and how you understand them, okay? From my opinion, for what I would say. And this has translated over to the word. And because that's translated over to the word, it can become detrimental. When it comes down to what we do with the word, it's important to have the conversation to understand. When we get the writings, we're more or less dealing with a conversation. We're dealing with real actions about how things are, how things work, how things intertwine. Not left to, well, what you think, or what do you feel? It ain't about what we think we feel. This is actually how things are done. So we have to learn custom. You got to learn, just like when he gave them the commandments. The commandments is one thing, then you got statutes. You see what I'm saying? You got judgments. Because once I told you not to do something, I pretty much have given you a law. So what do we do at this point when you break the law? We have judgment, but then that's where the statutes come in and letting you know what to do. because you don't want to go and you want to overdo something or underdo something because you don't understand it. So it's important. A lot of these people that come, they start throwing laws down, but you got to know when things are implemented. That's right, because every transgression, it might have a moot to it, but you can't use the same principle every time. Okay, if I caught a woman in the act of whoredom, I take her and then I nail her to a tree. But why not? It's death though. That's right, you're supposed to stone her. You see the difference? I was only supposed to put a man on a tree when he was convicted, even when his parents came down and they started saying he was rebellious after they had spoken with him and he would not adhere to. So you can see where you can know law, but you got to know statutes. You got to know certain things. You got to know time limitations. Just like these statutes came to let you know, like they have, like you commit a crime, they might have something called a limitation of a statute limitation. Because at a period of time, guess what happened? We talked about what a woman being her impurity. Well, how long we leave out? For alarm? So you need statutes to tell you how long. How long is the separation? Then you need judgment. What if something happened before the separation? Then you need to know what's the violation. Then you got things that come in letting you know how we're supposed to live. In doing this, you cover so many grounds when you have commandments, because now we got these laws set into place. When you got statute, we know what punishment should be implemented, or how long certain things should sit out, and how things should be done, along with the judgments. All these things, then we got things that they also intertwine or interlink for us, teaching us culturally how we're supposed to deal with each other. Hello? So this is the key from, again, let me see. If I had property, and say Riley live next door to me, right? That makes sense. Riley live next door to me, okay? And Riley tends, when he walks, to cross over on my lawn. And I really don't like that. What would be something I could use? Gate? Wall, a dome. How about a fence? How about a fence? So now, reason why I would put this fence here, so that would keep Riley from coming over, so it won't be an offense. See, that fence would be there to keep me and Riley from that violation. It'll help with the violation. Well, guess what? Riley said, well, I tell you what, Smith, I ain't fun about you in my yard. Because if both of us not fun with each other, across each other's yard, and we both tend to do it, what can happen? There can come a conflict and become an issue. So to keep that from happening, let's just put a fence here. So we can put something to keep these. So now we set these in here to keep things culturally where Riley and myself don't get into a situation. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at the book, people just typically take it for, you adultery or you lying. It's other things that can cause problem and strife between us. So these things come in to teach us certain things, how they should be done to keep offenses from happening. Y'all got it? So these are things that we want to try to make sure we're aware of. So what I'm coming to I guess to realize more of is how to keep things where we flow. Even with, say, like martial art people, Chinese people, other cultures tend to look at nature a little different than we do. We'll go to the park to sit down and look around, fart and smoke weed. I'm gonna tell you, people might go sit down and go eat. They'll look at nature as this is a balance. This is a balance of how things work and how things should operate. Like we'll see, we got a creek run by our house, whatever. I want to just clear all that out. Then you start looking at you affect the balance. Because soon as you clear out, now you have the land to start to slide. That's a lot of things. You don't consider the things that live there, that depend on these things. With us, like with Adam, putting him in the garden and showing him would allow him to realize too, while you're tilling, you need to understand what depends on these things, okay? These are things you don't typically think about, because we just look at, man, I just want to tear it down and get rid of it. But you got to start looking at what depends on. Y'all got it? That makes sense? We probably looked that word up, so we'll learn what depends mean. We'll get, let's get this down first. Romans 15. Y'all all right up down? Everybody all right? I'll get that Romans 15 and 4. Because we gotta set a foundation. Otherwise, we can be all over the place. This is Romans 15 and 4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
Whatever was written before.
Nikatab Talamidas.
It was written to teach us, to show us and instruct us, so that
through endurance,
going through without quitting, and
through the Nakum,
consolation. That's right. We're looking to receive a reward of
the Ketubim,
of the writings.
We might have tikva.
We might have a cord, some attached. What's that? A cord, something to hold on to, right? Like that's what they look at hope. A man said, if you was in the hole and you felt like, man, I ain't gonna never gonna wind up dying in here, and I came and I let a rope in there, what would you get? I mean, it would make you, man, this is my opportunity to get out of this. I can get out of this situation. So that cord is how they looked at things. It was like a lifeline. We look at, hope, and we have to set things down to how they see it. Even he told you about, man, ox falling in the ditch on Shabbat, he'll pull it out. So let's ask ourselves, the fact that he would bring that situation up by Malcolm, just the fact that he would say, which of you have an ox, and he fall in the ditch on Shabbat, straight away you wouldn't pull it up. How often does it happen, like every probably blue moon, was just the fact he brought that up? Because think about it. First thing I would have looked at, I don't have it. It ain't never happened to me before. So the situation what you're saying makes no sense to me. It's the Shabbat. Think about it. He asked them that, remember? Which of you have a sheep or ox that falls into a ditch? He said, and straightway you get it out on Shabbat. Which means this happened a lot. Because you took a strong chance at people saying, it ain't never, it's a lot of stuff I can ask people say, it ain't never happened to me. How many of y'all sniff cocaine? See that? Which of you having sniffed cocaine wouldn't, so you'd be like, how many of y'all gonna look at, that has no relation to me? Some of y'all are looking at Preacher throwing out. What he going to preach? It's stuff I want to talk about. We don't repent. I know who y'all. Hey, other people. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get, to be clean, you got to get it out. Isn't that right? But you see what I'm saying? Just the fact when you think about certain situation, conversation, to say that is to say this is something that happened a lot. With people falling into a ditch. So even when you tell me, he talking about that if the blind lead the blind. Let me ask y'all a question. How many times have y'all seen the blind lead the blind? How many of y'all seen, well, I mean, just with people falling, you don't see the blind lead the blind? Oh, yeah, see them, hear the blind. That's the deaf and the blind. So you look at, so them saying you look at it, even with him using those narratives, okay? So we don't think about it, but just sit here and think about it. So is this something that's a common practice? But then he's trying to get them to look at, where if it didn't, they had to understand about what? Bad leadership, putting people in bad situations, and it being similar to a blind person leading a blind person. What's the ultimate end to that? If you've seen a blind person walking by, how many of y'all said, what you saying? That's not gonna be good. That's gonna go real bad. It ain't gonna take long. What you saying? Man, that might work out. You thinking, why would a blind person try to lead another blind person? But that's what he was trying to say when it came down, when you have people teach them, or certain groups of people, a certain sense he looked at, when you talk to them, you correct, he said, just let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. If the blind lead the blind, they two both. Not one, not the one he's saying, both of them gonna wind up going in the ditch. Now, Yeshayahu told us that the leaders of the people caused them to do what? And they let a letter them. See now? He started giving us things to let us know how important it is that we understood things. Now, amazing when we talked about this, pay attention again, probably then, for whatever, what is whatever, what do we say whatever was? Anybody remember? Well, okay. All right, well, don't worry about it. Was written, Qatar scripted, before was scripted to show us, teach us, and instruct who? Us, plural, not me. So that through going through and not quitting, and through the consolation, the pride or reward of the writings are the same thing here. We might have tikva. That's how you got your cord. That's how you got your cord. Y'all got it. Let's see, depend was the word we talked about, right? Let's look at it. Depend. Now, let me say this now. If you're not able to hold your stool and urine, this is a different depend. All right. Be controlled or determined by. That makes sense. Be controlled. Now, I hadn't looked none of these words up. How are we doing this? We reading this together. Y'all know that. Listen, you know what I like about this, honestly? I like the fact we could come here, we could sit down among us, and we could look at it, and all these minds can come together and look and say, it makes sense or don't. You know, but that makes sense to you. That's what, according to, it's be controlled or determined by. That's what depends makes. Y'all got that? Hello? Okay. Let's look at that again. So let's look at 7 and 38, Yucatan. They'll come back right now. Yucatan, they call it John. What I think would be good, my opinion, if I speak by permission, it would be good if black and white as a race could all sit down and talk, get all of their differences understood and done. I think the rest of the world could follow suit. I do. Even with the, whatever the proper name would be for them, because again, I don't know, they call themselves Indians. I surely doubt that's what they was before they originally met, but that's fine. Whatever other races call themselves. If they could sit down and get to a point to mutually agree on truth, I think that the world could solve a lot of its problems. I think because of the indifferences with black and white, it has hurt the world more than the Ukraine or any other wars we have, because it's come down to where it's always that friction there and always that line where you try not to cross, not to offend one another, but we've never addressed to get that. Do we understand the importance? Do we know? Let's deal with what's the truth. Let's agree on when we look at something as truth. If it's truth, if it's their truth and it's true, it's true. If it's our truth, it's true, it's truth. If it's the Chinese truth and it's true, it's true. It doesn't matter. Well, I never knew it that way. I didn't want to. Well, that doesn't make. If this is what I try to be and I want to be. If I haven't, this is what I prescribe to be. I want to be for the truth. That's why I changed things. Even when I told you before, well, you can lie to these people because Shamshun lied to them before. But then you kind of don't put yourself in a really good position as to say and question other people's authenticity, honesty, or integrity when you yourself a liar. Mm-hmm. That's just being honest. You can go through this book and you can find whatever you, listen, all these religions out here can find something in this book that can justify themselves. I want to be justified with the truth. I want to be justified because of my color. I in no way believe that my color saved me. Let me be clear. I'm not a believer that color saves. Okay? I'm not that guy. If somebody thinks that, if you listen to me saying, that's my brother, you will be believing a lie. Kazal, okay? That's not my teaching. I believe that truth saves us. I think that we've all missed a substantial amount of truth. Although you might count it small, it's still large. Because any part or fraction that you miss is a major part of your salvation. Okay? This is everybody. We're learning how to deal with ourselves with honesty, because it starts with you. When you lie to other people, you lie to yourself. This thing I learned, you lie to yourself, okay? I've lied to myself. I will not lie to myself again, okay? The truth is the truth. Regardless of whether you like it or not, the truth is the truth. And we have to deal with that so we can grow. I can't be a full honest person until I'm fully honest with myself. You know what we've done? People, no matter about color, we work to appease and to gain honor, whatever it might be with people, or accolades with people, but we never really, you know, you'll find people, and saying I move kind of fast in my speech. Look at this girl, just for instance, Simone Bibbins, the gymnastic. What Biles, yes. Hope she keep them in, all that flipping, Biles. So you get a check too for that, Jeff. That's a name. You flipping your name, Biles. I'll get back. I'll just be honest. Cause this is what I heard. If I'm standing right there, they say, Simone Biles, I'm ducking, because I'm thinking Biles, that'll stuff come out. I'm thinking, here come her Biles. You see what I'm saying? They're coming out. That's how I think. But anyway, so now look at her. Michael Phelps. Wound up being one of the world's greatest swimmers. Just using those two, black or white, whatever. If anybody the color more, I want to just say this. Please, I wouldn't name the color. I just came with those names. Both of these people had problems. Now, when you look at them for the greatness of what they did as a gymnast, as a swimmer, great. But then you saw how these people come out and say they had mental problems. What's the other girl? Sanakawa, Naomi, yeah, she saw, whoever she saw, if she don't go to jail, don't talk about it. Naomi sought who sought the person. So her, all these people, you saw all these people came back with mental ill, but how great they are in their field. Because you know what, to me, they were, and I look at Antonio Brown, football player, others. These people will be great, like even with Michael Jordan, he found he was great on the court. His life outside was terrible. You see what I'm saying? And I say that to say, people look at, but I get the love when I'm doing my sport. When I'm doing this, people love me because they don't really love themselves. And let me tell you what I find about us talking about me not knowing that other person. We'll work hard to get other people to want to speak well of us. And even the 5th chapter book of Matthew, he talked about that. You know, how the people spoke well about the false Nabaeans. And we work well for people to like us. But do we really like ourselves? I've been with y'all. I like me. Matter of fact, I'll go as far as to tell you I heart me. Because I've had time to search me and go with me and look at, you know, I did a lot. I was younger, hair blacker, that thing, man, line, it's like, man, like he put a hair, all that's fine. But I didn't like myself. I really didn't like myself. I did a lot for myself, but I didn't like myself. And I learned that I did a lot for myself was to cover up hurts, cover up with non-truth that I didn't want to deal with about myself. Stuff I discussed with y'all, I would never have that conversation at the table about being molested. But whatever it been, there's no reason to have that conversation. It has nothing to do with it, and there's no one else's business, because it ain't your business, that's your business. Like they say, you keep your mouth shut. You don't discuss things that go on with you outside the family. There's certain things you shut your mouth. There's certain things they say, you keep your mouth closed. And they did that, and we hid people, and we're hiding people, and we sat back and realized we hiding people. What if I hide myself? How many of us don't have people in our families that's molesters that we know? That don't know. I'm trying to talk. Don't know them. Let me say that when you don't know, maybe not physically know the people, but from my knowledge, I have no knowledge of nobody in my family either side having any molestation, anything happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would y'all think with that number that it's not any, or you just don't know? Well, and you know what you're saying, that's true, because you know what happened? Our families hid, like me, my family hid stuff. I didn't find it later. You hear a little conversation, my mom, you hear a conversation, you hear them say, you're like, no, I'm just saying, that is the truth. They didn't, because you know what they were taught. You're a child, you don't discuss nothing with a child. Mm-hmm. But you could have warned us. You see what I'm saying? So the people that don't know, it doesn't mean you are exempt. It just, again, families do so well with hiding things that we become hiders ourselves. Because it's impossible to keep your whole family, everybody here. It's the, you know what I'm saying? And then when you find out, let me say, those that do know, then when we get up and call them out? Because you know what you look at? All you're going to do is call a problem. Nobody else talking, everybody else good with it. You know, I stopped going to my family stuff. They have my mama's side. This one, he just died, and I was spitting in his face. I found out. I own kids. Got a cousin I was like, can't find about his kid. His dog didn't ride the car. It was his stepdaughter. It just disgusted me so bad. I just had nothing to say to him. Dead, I'd go flip the casket off. I just want to make my whole life with these people. It's just like, so if y'all know this, why nobody ain't saying nothing about it? Because when people oust it, then they stop. Mm-hmm. But when everybody hugging them and telling them, man, you look good. I'm like, you should be dead. Mm-hmm. They should have killed you already. And it'll throw it down, but I know on both sides, everybody know, don't cross me, because this will go a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For me not saying it saves them. You know what I'm saying? It really, and my family can play that tape, they know, it will save them, because the wrong thing you want to do if I say something is, Tone, don't say that, Because we finna go a whole nother way with this whole thing now. And it finna be bad. And at this point, y'all done put yourself on the spot. This ain't where you want to be at. Y'all got what I'm saying? Because at this point, I feel threatened, and now I got to take everybody down. Because of the fact that I'm sick of, and people have done this because this is what we do as people. I'm not going to just blame, don't blame us. We are the problem because we don't deal with ourselves in truth. We allow others, because in the end, what about you? So maybe it's best I just shut up. I just ain't got to like it. You see what I'm saying? And this is, we've all contributed in a way. Understand where our end come in. We ain't help nobody. We can say, oh, I ain't did it. It ain't me though. You see what I'm saying? This is the person that I realized I had to deal with and make sure I'm good where I'm at, where I need to be on everything. That's why I said with addressing other religions, addressing other pastors. And I know people waited on me to make a tape on Jake and I said that. It's so, it's like Shaloma said, I mean, it's all futile. It's all vanity. It's just vexation. Because at the end of the day, what's the resolve? When we say all the preachers get together, we pull Jake out here and Jake go to jail, we kill Jake. Are we going to arrest and kill those other members that we have in our congregations? Are we going to get our family members and address them? Stop making one person our problem. That's right. See, we got away with that with Yahushua. We made one person our problem. I ask you a question. Did we get better? Not until we had, look, he brought us all back to one reasoning. I know they're thinking, we did get better. My boss told me you would be that stupid. Were you able to still hide? What you have to do? Confess. Thank you, Dexter. So you see where one person, it didn't help. He looked at, okay, let's do that, Dave. Y'all put everything on me. I'm the bad guy. But if you want to be right, get up and tell what you've done. You see why all these religions, all of us had to get in here and confess what we've done. Everybody had to confess. It's not a member of Way of Yah. You ain't a member here if you ain't confess. I don't even take it by no experience. You can't do it because that don't make sense. See, this is the problem we got. Yahushua was a cover. We used him and we thought we got away. If they killed him, they got the bad guy. You see what I'm saying? And we didn't realize it was us. It was us. And he brought it right back around where you had to tell it. Okay? Let's try to do this more. Y'all follow me on this. And I say this with this is my goal, my pledge to you guys. I'm going to live what I teach. I'm going to live what I teach. I'm going to live what I teach. I'm going to be flat-footed with it. And I'm going to make sure I'm real. And I've grown. And we've all grown. Let me say this. I know I've grown. Let me say that. No, but we all have to grow. And that growth comes with acknowledging who you are, recognizing who you are, recognizing change. I had a long talk with my boys yesterday. One of them don't like me calling them boys. Not Austin. I'm not going to tell y'all who it is. Austin said, Bryce is speaking for himself. Continue, Bryce. But anyway, so now, but I had a long talk with my boy. I said it don't matter how they always be my boy. I know they men. But good conversation. We had a really good conversation. And I see the growth. And we all should grow. And we all should aspire to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal, to grow. But in growing, well, I learned we might look at the physical structure. It's not the physical structure. It's when our understanding increases, when we understand how things work, even with nature. There are things that can become painful and difficult at times, but if you wait to see how the resolve of them. And a lot of times what we've learned to do, before I get the benefit, I fight it. Even with surgery, how many of y'all had a surgery before? How many of y'all surgery they kept? How many of y'all had like a major surgery? How many of they left you awake while they did it? How many of y'all had major surgery before? How many of they let y'all stay awake? Do you know why they didn't let us stay awake? We would have fought it. We'd have fought it tooth and nail. Why would we? Who gonna let you scalp and get it? We'd have fought it. But was it for our benefit? Let me ask something. Did it yield a benefit? It yielded a benefit. But guess what? It had to put us in an estate. You see what I'm saying? We had to be transformed into an estate so we could accept it. So now we come on with the word. Unfortunately, the word doesn't put us in unconsciousness. It keeps us in consciousness, which are some of the most difficult. Even sometimes people watching certain things that they do, if you're awake, you're like, this just look weird. It just seems weird. They said, well, I'll numb it and you can be awake. You're like, but have anybody had any surgery where they was awake, a procedure? I have. So how was that? Did it seem kind of weird? You said it seemed weird because you're like, shouldn't they kind of have me out? Well, it shows sometimes you need to be kind of not conscious to what's happening in the situation. Then sometimes you need to be conscious to and to see the development of changes for yourself. And I think it more or less interlines us for this opportunity what we in now getting the word. Now you have to be unconscious, and that conscious that you're not conscious of is not so conscious of people and how they feel about you and how people look at you, how people view you and other things, and you become conscious as you are with the procedure where you are to what's going on because he's working something. And sometimes distraction can be other people. Okay? I know we went here. Let's check something else. How about that? Let's look at 6 and 1. Yeshayahu. I don't mean to talk to y'all so much. All right, listen. Since I said that, let's look at this right quick. Come on. Listen.
Of Malak Uziyahu's
So
move.
in a year, that the Malak Uziyahu. Anybody know what that name means? That means that Yahuwah is strong, or strength. Strength is one of them they give to. Strength can more or less go with Kosket Yah. Kosket Yah would be Yahuwah is strong. Your Kazakal would be Elohim. So supreme ruler is strong, Yahuwah is strong. You ain't gonna believe it. The two should be one. Okay? So Uziyahu could be Yahuwah is strong. It can also be Yahuwah is strength. But you already got two with strength, so we'll look at him as being strong. But let's look at it. In the year that the Malak Uziyahu's apostrophe so belonging, what belongs to him? Moot. What happened?
I saw my Adon sitting on a throne, lofty and exalted, and his train filled the Mashakan.
Come on.
Seraphim stood above him, each having 6 wings, each with 2 he covered his pani, and with 2 he covered his regal, and with 2 he flew.
With 2 he flew.
And one cried out to another and said, Kodash, Kodash, Kodash is Yahuwah of Sabaoth.
Separated. Come on.
The whole Aratz is full of his...
How many they called it out?
Sir?
What did it say? 3? Yeah,
3,
that'd be your 2. So that should have confirmed it. Notice they said they didn't just keep saying it, they said it 3 times. Some of this parallels with your, see this statue. These are things you need to pay attention to. So when we start looking for things to be confirmed, it's like sometimes people, I need to go find it somewhere else where they said, well, he just told you 3 times. That's your law at the mouth of 2 or 3. He said, let every word be established. The old witnesses told, that's 2 of them. They told you 3 times. I covered it at the mouth of 2 or 3 of them. And that's right, and they gave it to you 3 times. So this should be established. And right, this should become what we call, that should be concrete for that should be settled for us. You know, that's what you look at a foundation, you look at something being settled. Right? So you can build from this. Listen.
The whole Aratz is full of his kabod.
Then the whole Aratz is full of his kabod. You see that? So in Barashit, when he sat down, he made these things, he said it was 2. He said the whole Aratz was full of it. So guess what we learned? Amazing, we were talking earlier about how other cultures view nature differently. And I'm saying they're speaking for people of color. Even with white people, they'll view nature a little different. They'll go nature trail, walk more. I know some of us will do it, but niggas going there looking for, he can identify weed. I speak for all see a poison out, they be like, man, I want that marijuana. They not, other people walking out, you know, they don't know one bug from another, they know an ant. That's about more, a coon, that's bad. Don't tell them about it, just cut all that straight. Listen. So black people, they don't know nothing about no name. Don't let them fool you. They don't know nothing. They walk through, they don't know the difference. They don't. They see a caterpillar, they think it's an earthworm. They don't pretty much know. The stuff they know is so basic. You know what I'm saying? They know an apple and an orange. You really don't know nothing. I don't really. If I want a nature trip and a black person trying to tell you something, I've been with you. I'm a fan. I ain't gonna listen to you. I know you can't know too much. Cause they don't teach that much. He know that he had to go to science. Science taught you more. Didn't science more involve you more into understanding more about nature and identifying things? More than, would you agree, as a science teacher, dealing with other teachers, that people know very little about things in nature, people of color? Would you agree that? I'm just saying, now with Caucasian, that is, any other race to us, and I ain't saying every one of us now, but typical, we don't know. We grew up in the project, or we grew up out in the woods. We'll know like snake berries, sour grass. Why you laughing? Ask your wife why your wife laughing? We don't know nothing. A pear, right? We don't know much of nothing, man. We don't really know nothing. We just not, and it's saying that it's little. But this is what he tells you, because now this allows you to think about something. Now these things flying just told Yeshayahu that all the rocks is full with his glory, with his kabul. Now in Barashita, he went through, he started telling you, so everything in the Yam that they call the sea, that's all of my kabul. We don't know that. So what we do, we destroy it. We throw trash in it. I went to Keebler. They said, man, I ain't never seen the Boston. Someone went, worst beach I've seen in my life. I ain't the most disgusting people I've seen in my life. Am I making this up? Disgusting. There's no way I'll walk on that beach with my shoes off. Disgusting. Disgusting. We was in the water, socks, Kit Kat papers, the clothes in the, listen, in the sea, that's all you like. What in the world? Disgusting. The way they treat water. And I was so blown, because you know all I was thinking when I got off, they don't even have grass. You seen grass? You seen grass, Dwayne? Boss, you seen grass? Did you see grass? No grass, just anywhere we went, did you see grass? You seen grass? What do you guys seen? I'm looking at you, I don't know what grass. You seen artificial turf at that hotel. You didn't see, you seen weeds. What they call grass, that's not grass. They didn't have a lawnmower. They said, listen, I ain't seen no grass. If I seen that, they don't have no grass. I don't know, but you seen grass? You seen grass? Y'all seen grass? The Slade River. Man was so mighty. All walking down there through a pathway. That I wouldn't count that, but yeah, that about. But he right though. No, let me say this. Okay, y'all do that pathway. That's what about other places? On the street. That's not. I know what y'all talking. That's not great. No, they ain't seen no great. They when I say that, let me say this. Now don't get me wrong. People, you know, what they seen, what we saw is what we would call weeds. Typically, what they give us, like we say, what grass. You know that pretty. You know, okay, the stuff we have on here, what we call grass. Y'all seen that? Look at their head shaking out. Look at them. Look at their head. Did y'all see what we call grass over here? You see them shaking their head saying no. But I'm just saying, I was thinking when I got off, I was gonna see like the grass, like, hey Henry, and I would have got, that's my government name, but I'd be like, but then you know what I'm saying? I'm over here though, you know what I'm saying? So they don't mind, it's the government grass, government names, you know what I'm saying? This is what we put on the earth. But no, it's terrible. And how they treat water, even like the river, disgusting. Disgusting. I ain't never seen much trash put. I said, I know black folks don't live nothing like this. I said, this is the worst I ever seen. I was blown away. I was like, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. I said, you couldn't pull this stuff in America. Yeah, it's disgusting. But again, and it's because people don't understand how all of this was actually to its caboose. So now you made it to a shame. Now, in seeing that, but it's imperative, it's important that you recognize that, because you're not going to believe it. If all that's his caboose, everything in the fullness of his caboose, he made it for his caboose, his glory, right? And then it's done and it looks like that, how does he view me? How does he view us? He look at you made a mess of yourself. What they've done to the land over there is what we've done ourselves. We've done that to ourselves. We became deplorable. We became disgusting. It is irate. You see it, it's like, what in the world? And then we look at it. He said, that's how I've been looking at you. That's why I let you see that. Because I want you to see that looks crazy to you. You ain't gonna believe it. You look crazy to me too. Because I made you too for my caboose. So understanding the preservation and the keeping of things, that's what Adam would have. He'd been a preservationist, I guess you would call it. Is that a word? A consultation, because you talk to him, he'd have told him about it too. So you get consultation, consultation, what you call conservationist, somebody that, more or less conserves and keep things. So that's why he was put there. Because he put him there, he was supposed to keep it and subdue it. So conservation would have been his thing, understanding the intelligence, how things operate, how things grow, how things work, how things function, how things should look and be kept. We hadn't been taught that. Like the upkeep of ourselves, the discipline that we should accept, the discipline that we should put out, instructions, how things should go. We hadn't done it. I'm dealing with people, and even myself, he's dealing with people that we hadn't known. We started at the finish line. And he look at, now I gotta get you, God, even when you look at the book of Kazun, the 3rd chapter, he went over 7 of the Adar. And with every one of them, he said, I like that. And they ain't bad either, but I got some stuff suffered against you. You need to go back and do your works over. He can see where we let things get out. Like now, we really going back through restructuring how we need to do things. How we look, how we talk, how we communicate, how we follow directions, how things ought to be done, what's the order of things. Because we just been kind of going. He done showed us it's detrimental to. And it's on my end for not knowing, because that brings moot to you. So it was important for him to get me restructured, so restructure each of us, so then we start to learn the order. See, it's an order we got to follow in order for you to live. Just like when they was in the gun, those were orders. Those were orders. And when he messed the order up, man, moved. And it was so severe. This is the thing you look at. We be talking about, man, Adam got cut off. You do know that's you, stupid. Why you think he keep calling you Adam? Because you finna live? See, when we read it Christmas, it called Son of Man. Be honest, how many of y'all thought Son of Man meant he was our son? I did when I read Son. So y'all read it Christmas when you said something? No, all of them knew. When they kept referring to you, they would call him Son of Man.
Oh, yeah.
These folks said they thought it was Adam the whole time. I just see y'all folks just say, the whole time I've been knowing this. They like, preacher, I went on you to catch on. When I read it in King James, when I read it for years back, and it said Son of Man, I never thought it was referring back to Adam. I always thought Son of Man, like he was saying he was the son, our son. Like it was referring to him back as our son. But more or less, you start to find him, really when you look at the notation of just calling you the son of Adam, surely you should have known you were going to die. But he would constantly refer to him as the Ben of Adam. What else would you know? Be like, because there's certain things you come, you like, why would you call me that? Why would somebody call? Let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all pretty smart? If somebody call you something, you'll catch on to it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't, how many of y'all pretty? Okay, cancer patient. Why would I be calling you a cancer patient? Tell me what we associate with cancer. Bald head? Come on, Ken. I just said bald. So Michael Jordan had cancer when he won a 6 championship. Come on. That man straight. Did you say that too, Boston? It's something else going on. That man said. They said bald head with cancer. But hold on for a minute. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, man. But that the first thing came up. I'm saying this thinking from this. I got you. But when I said, if I called y'all cancer patient, that man said, how you say? Do y'all know that man said he don't know his name, man, so he gave somebody else a check? That is scary. There's no way about to say no way y'all paying attention. So I said, if I called y'all a cancer patient, why would I call it? I said, so what do you pretty much denote with that? Typically, when people are told they had, A. Smith is a cancer survivor. I don't know anybody else cancer survivor. Probably somebody at home. A. Smith was a cancer. When they first told you you had cancer, what did you think? Oh, my hair gonna fall out, or do you think I'm gonna die? See, most people, because that's pretty much the synopsis when a person is told they have cancer. Your mind puts you there. People don't think, they say I got cancer, that mean my hair gonna fall out. People think about cancer, that mean I'm gonna die. Typically associated with, those are some of the, if I ask y'all some of the characteristics of cancer, you guys have been perfect. So, in the fact, I say, every time I see you, I say, cancer, I call you cancer, and that's not the quote unquote birth month or whatever. You'll be trying to figure, why does this man keep calling me cancer? I don't have cancer. I don't have any of the characteristics. My hair not following it, but typically when you look at it now, when he calling you Ben Adam, surely you're gonna look at it, you're gonna move. I mean, what's your other alternative? So with that, with you and people who have had to overcome it, now there's a regimen that you'll start taking, whether it's the chemo, whether it's the change of the diet, whether it's pill, other things you'll do. These things will be given as a reliever or to try to overcome, subdue the illness. You know what I'm saying? When you come, this is what he came to do for us. When he told us that we were the Ben Adam, or the children of Adam, we needed what we would call a remedy. You don't give a remedy to people that are not sick. You give a remedy to people that are sick. He told they that are whole don't have a need of physician, but they that are sick. So when we were told we were the Ben Adam, we should have known that we were sick. Therefore, we needed a remedy, right? His remedy came in with a recommendation, right? They can't make you take it. So for people that wind up succumbing to it, come in because of a couple of things. One is what you believe. A lot of people don't believe it. A lot of people healing has to come in, even if you don't religiously follow, there's not a person that's gonna work in the art of any type of healing without telling you, if you don't believe, they want to see. Go to international doctor, just say, I'm gonna do it, I don't believe it. I guarantee you, anyone gonna tell you right there, they're gonna say, I don't want to treat you. They're not gonna treat you. They're gonna tell you part of your healing is gonna come in what you believe. That's why it's important. Think about this. You gotta believe. The people that can't heal, who should he heal? Who did he heal? Say, man, I ain't never believing that stuff. People knew, they had knowledge of. Even the man he healed was born blind. The man said, had it not been said. So he had some knowledge. He said, had it not been said that whoever opened the eyes of the blind. He said he couldn't do it unless he was an. So this a man, he was blind, so he was deaf, dumb, stupid, he didn't know nothing. He never worked on people like this. People that he dealt with were people that had the amonah, people that had the knowledge of. So what we're trying to do is get out from this cancer patient situation we have. I'm sorry, being the Benin Adam, we need a remedy. Okay? We started talking about things being removed. We don't have to go far, but in this 6th chapter we were reading about what Uzziyahu, because Yahuwah is strong. Something had to be removed, and he was in a conscious state. Now, when he was in that conscious state, now part of the operation, because I had to move, keep going, was his operation came in, they had to take something hot, live coal, and touch his lips. While he was saying, let them know this has removed, but he had to first confess. And what did he confess? I ain't did nothing. These four, he said, I dwell among people with unclean lips. So what did he fit? You remember when they put the coal and dropped on his toe? He said, oh, mother blank, that thing was hot. So why you touching my lips? Because you ain't gonna believe it. You know how to get it. 1 Corinthians 15:33 said, be not deceived, evil communication. I dwell around people unclean lips, and ain't bothered me one time. No, that's sorry for him to touch this lip. Said this had purged your kata. See, we got to start fixing the problem. This is a form of surgery, but he was in a conscious state. Y'all got what I'm saying? So all these things, when we talk about them, we're trying to look at repair, but we can't repair without recognizing where we're at. Okay? We looked at the word. Can we see the word depend again, please, kind sir? Appreciate the job everybody doing. Depend. Be controlled, ED, or determined by. That's happened. That ED mean it happened. That's correct. That happened. You take the ED off of this, something it's trying to do. It hadn't actually been done yet. That suffix on the end, that is done. Y'all hear me? So this is what I'm looking at here. This is what we try to look at. Depend. These things depend. Let's look at something right quick. Your Ukanon is 738. Controlled, determined. This is 738. Listen.
One who among in me,
See that one that believes in me,
as the Katab said,
as the writing said,
from his belly shall flow Naharim of Kai Ma'im.
from the belly shall flow rivers, streams. Nahar, we talked about that underground streams. Listen,
He said this about the Ruach,
he said this about the Ruach.
that those who among in him would receive,
Those that believe on him should receive.
because the Ruach was not given before Yahushua was Kabul.
So what makes the difference? So that should receive. What's the key factor on that? Should receive. Anybody know? Believe? What you gonna say? Have been done yet. What you got? If it continue. So basically it depends on. It depends. It depends on something. It depended on something. See, if you did it, you should receive it, depending on if you believed it like it said. That was the control factor. That what determined it. So when I told you what happened, he told you, you should receive it. Depending on if you did this. And this is what we're trying to look at. So when we read Romans 15 and 4, we start saying, whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning, So learning, teaching, show, tell, instruct. So that through patience, going through without quitting, and the comfort of the writings we might have. That's what it all depends on. The reason why you're a quitter, the reason why you don't get comfort, because you hadn't allowed the depend part work. So there were some things that depended on that. See, what you've been looking at, you just been reading it saying it should happen. No, it's all dependent on. It's all dependent on. Y'all got it? I'm just telling you something. These are the things that hold us up. I'm just helping y'all out. This is what hurt us, okay? You don't have to believe it, but let's do this. Let's look at where you at. And you tell me you ain't there because you believe. Just like it said. I know you don't. Because that means he's going to be a liar, and I'm not going to believe he's a liar. I know what you're going to tell yourself. I mean, I do believe, but you don't give it the credence that it actually is. So let me help you out. Why we been kind of like when Ahab went up to tell Jehoshaphat that Ramoth Gilead belonged to us. And what happened? We be still. You ain't gonna believe it. It depends on us though, not being still. Now these are the controlling factors. It depends on some things. If we do the operation, it's ours. That's the dependent part. And when you don't do it. And we've been tricked, we've been duped. I've been there. We've been tricked and we've been duped to believe that he won't and he will. That be honest. Some stuff he say it's just too simple. It's got to be something else. That don't make sense. If it's that easy, everybody do it. He said, it is that easy and people won't do it because it's that easy. That's why they won't do it. Because they, in their mind, they're thinking there's something other extra. It's not. It's that simple. That's simple. You got to believe it. You got to believe it to the saving of the soul. That's when Shaul said, we are not of them that do what now? Some here artists draw. He said, we draw, but you know what we don't do? We draw forward and we don't draw back. And because we're the one that believe to the saving of the soul. You ain't going to believe it. You draw back. And that's why you're in that situation. I ain't trying to say, no games or nothing. I'm telling you the truth. What happens to us, we don't believe it. These are all depending points. These are all controlling points. These are determining points. All of this determined it for you. That the writings, whatever it was written to show us, to teach us, and instruct us in something. Just like when we found the commandments, the law, you think about, because some people think everything is just law. All is law, because people don't know that. He said, no, it's actually broken up. I give you commandments. Then I give you statute, because you need to know how the things work and how they happen. I give you judgment, because you need to know what goes to what. You can give somebody too much, that don't go to them. A woman, she and her uncleanness for 7 days, he done took stones and killed her. He said, well, hey, that ain't clean. A woman prostitute ain't clean. So you got to associate. The one ain't a prostitute unclean. Well, a woman, when she in her time, ain't she unclean? Well, stone her that she died. So you ain't gonna believe it. You don't know statute. You don't know judgment. But you claim, that's why you have to be real careful about things, because you'll move and you'll illustrate the wrong thing, or you'll put the wrong obligation on the person. Y'all got it? Because there's certain things people not obligated to do, and you don't put it on them. Y'all got what I'm saying? Even when he talked about a man having, if a person get old and she doesn't have any children, you know, her great cousin supposed to take care of her. And a lot of times people will miss that and they won't catch it. What happened? Who supposed to take care? So, y'all heard what he said? If she don't have any kids, the doctor supposed to take care. Let me see the hand for those that believe it. If the woman doesn't have any children, the adult supposed to take care of them. Hands. Why y'all hands ain't up? Because it says if she have nieces and nephews, she's supposed to relieve it. It says she had nieces and nephews. They're supposed to relieve it. See, there you go. Don't worry about it. That's why, we had to understand that word. People don't realize that. Nieces, put your phones on vibrate. I had a Ring camera. Somebody Ring camera. I know they heard it. So that's what you look at. He said, let them relieve it first. They got nieces and nephews, let them do it. He said, you kind of see. He looked at obligate. Before you look, you'll have everything sitting on the door. We got it, and we could do that. But is that what he said? Mm-mm. They got children, nieces and nephews. Why are we paying for it? See, people, I know that's why y'all pay me, because it's stuff that people say, well, don't worry about it. So what else we ain't gonna worry about? Let's just be honest, what else we ain't gonna worry about? See, this why we'll find a lot of error. That'll put a lot on them. Well, they're gonna put a lot on us. They have children, niece and nephew. He said, let them relieve the adult. Take that off of us. But I'm just telling y'all again, what you think that was for? Because he realized everything will fall on the adult. That's why he had to set up a culture. It's a culture. He look at, you don't be careful, everything falls to the adult. And it's not written. See, what was written for a time? What was it written for? See that? Family throw it on us. So, well, yeah, but really, technically, ain't we all family? Because now you play games. People play games. See, it's a structure. The structure, see, that's a way of life. So you get things set up to where there can be an equality. I know they'll start trying to say, really, Bible, we all really. He said, who is my mother? You can pull that, but I'm sure you're not accurate. That don't make sense. He didn't ask you to look around and say, who is my mother, my brother? He said, if they have nieces and nephews, let them relieve the dog. That's what he told you to do when they come to the widow. He said, that's not their obligation. They got family. Their family to take care of that stuff. See? I mean, we just doing it, let Yahuwah working. This is the problem we got right here. How much stuff we going to keep doing, let Yahuwah work? He look at, first of y'all, they did nothing I told you. Because you see something that you want to do. When I clearly told you, he gave him this. Let's say, because it didn't come out. This is the problem they got right here. Now, I think they're going to go get it. M-I-Z-T-B-A-H. They probably do B-A. You don't have to go. Don't worry about writing. Mitzvah is what they'll put. Mitzvah is what they'll use. Is that M-I? Is it M-T-I-Z? M-T-I-Z-B-E-H? M-T-I-Z-B-E-H? Mitzvah. I wouldn't spell it like that. I know they did what they want to do on their own. Because they hear and they don't want to go with the sod, so they'll use the Z They'll say something. I know what they do. It's not hard to pick what people do. You start watching pattern because they create their own way. Okay, the sod would make the sound, but they'll use the Z because I already pretty much figure what they do. But anyway, the part of mitzvah, this is what they get you at. This is what Jewish people do. See, when you look at their ask you if it's mitzvah, and the reason why they ask you, anybody know why? They want. Is that what Elohim told you himself? Because there's a lot of laws that people give that don't directly come from him. This is why people looking at the argument about what Mushah, about certain things about what Mushah said. Because they look at, if you remember when the young man told him about had it not been said by any man open the eyes of the blind, if y'all quite remember, they talked about earlier before talked about they knew what Mushah had said. They started looking at who disciple they were. Talmudim, Mushah, because everybody looked at, we know that Mushah. We knew he taught to Mushah. This man, which means they started trying to use this saying the mitzvah. The mitzvah, what they try to say, these are laws we say directly come from Elohim, versus we got laws that just kind of been implemented. You know what I'm saying? They laws, but they're not like the same ones that come from him. This is their teaching. This is what they'll try to use. See, all these groups, all of them from white to black, everybody keep trying to find how to get out of something. I ain't trying to get out of nothing. I'm trying to get in. Let me see. We're already outside. What are you? If I'm outside, what I'm trying to get out from? What am I trying to do? You don't get in by trying to get out. You're already out. We're trying to get in. So getting in is trying to dispel a lot of things we've taken as teaching, and we setting ourselves saying, well, that's not really like Yahuwah said it. That's the same stuff y'all pulled me when I asked y'all something. Well, I mean, is it a commandment? I mean, I said, that's where you at. I just want to, that's where you at. Do what you want to do. I watch y'all do stuff. Well, I mean, I don't preach that, but the preacher said, like, we couldn't do it. I already know you got your own stuff working. Let's see what he said. So we dispel that mitzvah. Say that 1 Corinthians 14:37. For whatever reason he got us going over here. Listen, this is what he said. Listen.
If anyone thinks that he is a Nabi,
anybody. He's anybody. Who that is? Anybody. He said anybody think they're Nabi, and they think they're what they call a prophet. What else?
or Ruachni Ish.
Or you might just, you know what? I don't know. Did y'all ever hear me say I was in the ball? I'm just saying, you know, Spirit deal with me. I ain't never try to claim no title like no Nabi. I just say, you know, the Spirit deal with me. Go ahead.
Let him recognize that I have katab to you that they are a commandment.
I'm right that I'm katab, that I write unto you.
That they are a commandment of the Adon here.
So I don't know how that's gonna work with the mitzvah. I be confused with stuff. I be confused with, I be so confused with what he actually said and what somebody else said. I be real confused. He said, if any man think himself to be one, if he's supposed to be one to be, or if he's just spiritual. What he said about it, what he wrote.
Let him recognize.
Let him recognize. You know, I said, better real eyes recognize. What happened?
I have katab to you.
The what?
That they are a commandment of the Adon here.
He said, that's all I'm trying to tell you. He said, what I told you, he said, these came from the Adon. So people play these games on trying to get out of what's mitzvah and what, groups do that. These Hebrews, like everybody do this stuff. Everybody pick and choose what they want to take, how far they want to go. Then when somebody pray book to them, put them, no, they say, they trying to put themselves in somebody's, I ain't trying to put myself in nobody's seat. I'm just telling what the man said. He said, if you're supposed to build in the bar, or if you're supposed to be spirit, he said, then you need to recognize. He said, things I told you, these are Amar, these are commandments. They're not recommending, they're what you're supposed to do. See, they try to, that's why I say I be confused with all that mitzvah stuff. Folks, they keep trying to pick up their own stuff and create their own way with stuff. The man said, things I write to you, he said, these are the commandments Yahuwah gave you. He told the folks, just like these tongue-speaking people, everybody got their own stuff. Pick up 26, same book, since we him. Whatever he got us him. A lot of stuff people got a lot of stuff on him. I've been with y'all. I don't listen to a lot of people, what people say. It really don't move me. Because again, you know what I look at? We talked about it again, I can shoot cannabis. Now, one way I can shoot cannabis, I can go straight to prison. And they can grade me from man 1, they can get me from 1, first degree, second degree, third degree manslaughter to not guilty. Because everything gonna be based off intent. So I ask people when you're trying to do this, what's your intent? What's your intent? What you trying to do? Because when you get these people start searching all through trying to find what they can get out of, I know you got a different intent. And I know where that at. That's man one. That'll get your life, man. Man, we're gonna do, man, you know, I'm gonna tell that joke. That's spanky booze. and what happened when he went down? Life. You go in there and try to tell that Spanky, you know Spanky Jones? Yeah. Go ahead and tell me about Spanky Jones. Oh man, there's a hip. Ooh, he could, ooh, yeah, go ahead and tell. He said, listen, and y'all boys ain't guilty. You know, they used to be all around here. Go ahead and believe that you want to. Listen. 26.
Verse
Listen.
26.
Make it 27. Come on.
Yes, sir. If anyone speaks in a tongue, let it be spoken to by two or three.
Heard this out? If anybody speaking a tongue, a language, because you got a tongue in your mouth. He said, anybody speaking a language. This is the problem right here. It ain't hard to figure. Now, if you're speaking, you're already speaking a language. So this would no doubt have to be a language spoken that other people don't know. This should be clear. This shouldn't be argumentative. This is clearly talking about that would make no sense to tell people that speak in a tongue to speak one or two unless you're talking about because of the language and cause of confusion. So you look at language, making sure when people speak, even when you look even looking at the day of Ukar Shabur, how do they speak? By turn? No people when they did speak, but everybody was they were confused when they spoke. Then Cuff had to clear that up, and the Ruach was involved. But those people, they said, are not all these Galileans. They said they were drunk. They were filled with new wine. We didn't learn the language that came out later. You saying, but they spoke in their language. How? They say people got to be drunk. They were looking at the order and course of how things happen. It's not hard to put something. Why did he put an order in after that? Why did he come in and put an order in after that? Because the people that heard it, he had to sit down and explain to them, these are not drunk. This is what was written. He backed to what was Katab. Because these people drunk. They listen, man, they dissing all that stuff. They drunk. Why would they ask them where they drunk? They start doing where they were from. It don't make sense. And yet it was the wonderful words of Elohim. So he looked at, I got to put something in place so this don't come up to be a thing where people take it for something else. Now, you go around, whole church, man, spirit came in, man. Everybody in the church start speaking in tongues. It'd be a lump, and people sitting around there, folks just looking at him. And people just out polite and just sit around, they saying, I don't know what's going on, I feel odd, I feel out of place, but I don't want to say to them because God working. And they realize he's not working because he came in and set an order. That's what he clearly came in and told us. He put an order in. He looked at, I need order. Listen.
And no more, and one after another, and let one interpret.
One after the other. And he said, let somebody interpret. Listen.
And if there is no interpreter,
And if there's no interpreter,
then let him silent in the assembly, and let him speak to himself and to Elohim.
now the thing you found out in the book, in the day of Ukar Shabbat, even with them, if you know that all them spoken the language that people knew. And now he coming out, this is a language people don't know. How many of y'all done been in church with people speaking in tongue, and y'all knew what they were saying?
No.
So he just said, away with the book, because the spirit moving. But we accepted it, because why? You know why? Because we didn't know no better either. They ain't know no better than we didn't know better. They were feeling good, and it felt like, man, I'm feeling so good, just feel like my tongue, something just come out of him. I made myself sound, I know it wasn't, but I mean, you feeling, that's how you feeling. But that's why you come back to start putting structure. It don't mean people ain't earning. It's sometimes you get motivated from people sometimes. People motivate you to the excitement. Even sometimes people at game, people get excited. They ain't no spirit. Last second, they like they gonna lose. Yo! Holy Ghost, stop it. Stop it. It's expression. So now he putting order in him. He said they do it. He said, when they do it, somebody need to interpret. What happened?
They are two or three Nabaim that speak, and let the others discern.
You hear that? If 2 or 3 Nabaim, he said, let the others discern. Come on.
And if there should be a kazun to another,
And if there should be a vision, a kazun, a vision to another one,
of those who sit down there,
or those that sit down now.
let the first one silent.
You hear what happened? And we found that from where? Hands. I got you. What you got? You raise your hand, now you looking around. What's the answer? Who? Yam Yahoo? Hello? What you got? Huh? We're talking about the altar. Yeah. He was talking about the man that he wanted to go and get in the 13th chapter book of Olive Malachim. They call it 1 Kings, the 13th chapter. You'll find he started the Naba, they call prophesy about the altar against the altar. He let them know there was a man gonna come on the scene, Josiah by name. He was gonna come, he was gonna put the bones of them on that altar. And he sat there, he was told after he got the Naba not to go back into the house, don't go back the way he came. And let him know not to go back the way he came. On top of that, let him know don't eat or drink in that place. And when he went back into the place, because he had been persuaded by somebody else that told him that a Malachi told him, Yahuwah had told him, but a Malachi came and told him to go back. When he sat down, there was an old Nabal who was there, and he was looking, he got up and he spoke. And the first one held his peace, because he interpreted. He wasn't stupid. He knew it. That's exactly what he told him. He told him Yahuwah had told him not to come back, don't go back the way he came and not to eat and drink. So there wasn't no need for him to jump and act a fool, because he knew it. That's exactly what I was told. And he found that body, he was slain. So the reason why you see that, because when he tell you just like, this is what these people do, they'll jump up and start talking about they interpret. The only way to interpret is to know for yourself that's what he said. But you'll get these guys jumping up talking, I know what he said. First of all, he didn't get up and say nothing against it because he already knew. It's just the same way when Shamuel told Ali. When he told him to tell him everything he had seen, remember that? And remember he cut him out and said, first of all, shut your mouth. What did he say? It is Yahuwah. Well, I'm arguing about something I know he said. That makes no sense. See, this is where people get this stuff, and people just jumping up, start saying, I'm saying the book, I'm jumping up. First of all, you don't even know what he said, so how can you don't get up and correct it? What did he tell you? Unless he done reveal something to you differently, how you gonna get up and say something? See, what you have is everybody read that. This is what people do. Again, intent. They're reading to see how to get around something. I ain't got nothing to get around. I got to get in. You see what I'm saying? It don't make sense. So you go back to look at these because everything depend on this. Y'all got it? Remember, it depends on this. This is why he's telling you, this is why you need to know the writings. Because when things happen, you need to know facts. You don't need to go ahead. I just feel like, I never told you what you feel like. I just told you if something been consumed, if you saw a vision that told you differently, otherwise, then you can't interpret it. I can't say yeah or nay. Unless I know book to show it doesn't show pattern. Y'all see that? Come on.
For you are able to naba all of you one by one, so that all of them may learn and all of them may be encouraged.
See that? See that? You ain't gonna believe it. Because if they're gonna, let me say, they're gonna be knobbing, it's gonna have to interline with what? Who knows with what? So what? The debate, yeah, with the writings. It's gonna have to interline with the writings. Now he just so you can all be encouraged. They're gonna be Nakum. How you supposed to be Nakum? You're supposed to get from the writings. So you see how everything has to interline together? They all gotta intersect. Sometimes you go to some place, all the streets are coming there kind of intersect. So you can have different operations, but things still have to intersect. And those are things we hadn't actually looked at. So no doubt when Shaul put it down, they're disputing. People looking at, I don't think we made to control no spirit. I mean, the spirit moved. The spirit said it's not going to move outside of this. And if it is, we're going to contain it by knowledge. Because things can happen, but when knowledge comes, then it has a discipline. It's a discipline. You got what I'm saying? That's all. It just had to have a discipline. I mean, the spirit, but it got to have a discipline to it. Y'all got it? This is what happens when you have behaviors. I feel like slapping somebody, and that'll get you killed. We need to have a discipline. Isn't it right? You need to slap somebody, maybe you've been slapped. Isn't that right? You defend it, but you go and slap the wrong because you feel like it, that can get you killed. So you need to know to have a discipline. Even then, he let you know there needs to be a discipline. What's the discipline? Y'all got it? That's all. What's the discipline? Come on. This is a little slow for y'all today. I'll try to get y'all finished. Come on.
And they are the Ruach of Nabaim in the authority of the Nabaim.
You hear that? He let you know about the Ruach of Nabaim. He said that's an authority to it too. In the King James, it said they subject to it. It's an authority. That's why he didn't fight back when the old Nabar told him about what Yahuwah had told him. Because then you look at the authority. He had been in the position longer, so he's telling the younger. The elder should teach the younger. How we learn that too? Example, hand. What we got on her, Karen? The olive What you gonna say? Same thing? You gonna say the same thing? What you gonna say? He said, let the who? Let the father teach the son and teach another to the dog. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. What you gonna say? But believe it or not, we'll look at that because you look at for a reason when you read in the 13th chapter, it lets you know he was a Zakanim, that he was a Zakanim, which he was an older, because you look at the elder, you look at the elder, the youngest supposed to be subject to the elder. Even they told you that when they came to Yahushua, when he was sitting outside of the mosque, he was talking, he was asking and answering questions. Now he went back with his parents, they talked to him, his aim asked him how he had them looking for him. And he said he had to be about his father.
Business.
Mm-hmm. And then they told you later on, he went back and what they told you about him? Told you he was subject to him. He was subject to him. He got rules, he got regulation. Even though, like, even when he went to the wedding, he didn't want to make it. Well, he asked what it had to do with me. But you got to also look at the same time. According to Josh, he was laying on the wall. They said, well, you know, just listen to the music. His mama came up there, mama said, don't, Hushel. His mama tried to do, Hushel. He like, yo, mama. He's like, she said, we need some wine. He said, they ain't got nothing to do with me. But then again, you're my mama. He explained that thing. Look, I said, I've never heard that before. It's amazing. He danced out. He said, you're my mama. Just danced out. I said, that's crazy. Did his mama ever get her lip fixed? I mean, it's all kind of different teachers. So we try to make sure that we follow the pattern so we can try to come back and correct and keep from having mishaps. We've had a lot of mishaps because we hadn't actually understood how order and how things have worked, and how things come out to be a benefit to us when you look at the whole structure of why he puts in a certain type of dynamics. A lot of us, we don't look at why we stay kind of, I guess, kind of entrapped, entangled with things, because there's a discipline. And once we kind of get ourselves aligned with the discipline, that's what more or less break the yoke. It's like sometimes they can teach you certain ways to get out of certain holes from wrestling or from martial art. And the typical way people get out, they wind up hurting themselves more than they do getting out of something. They tell if you were to go this route, then you could break that. But they thinking, the way they do it, they want to get taken. You ever been for a ride? So the more you move, you're like, this thing got worse because of your technique. The proper technique would have been to do this or do this, and you would have been able to free yourself. But the way we'll do it is what? It gets worse and worse, and you wind up hurting yourself and out of breath and tired, because that's not the proper way to get out. Y'all got it? So this is a book trying to teach us how to break strongholds. You know what I'm saying? It is casting down imagination and every high thing that exalted itself. So that means somehow I can bring it down. Hello, look at Goliath. Remember him and Daoud was the same night, remember? But you know what he did? He brought him down. That's right. He learned how to bring him down. See that? That's what I'm trying to look at. And a lot, what happened with us? It just stay elevated. And we just keep fighting something. It never changes. So the goal is to try to change things about what we do and how we operate and how we think, how we process things, okay? Yes, sir. This is a little slow for y'all? Yes, slow, so we can try to examine ourselves better to look at what's the end result, what's the end game. I've done a lot of stuff and really the end game hadn't made sense. And I tell people, what's your end game when you do that? I mean, maybe by the end something will happen. That's the end game? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do nothing else. Maybe something will happen. I need to know how things are going to happen. I'm just telling you, these are disciplines you need to know, because then we still operate outside of them. What would the purpose of giving us a book to say, let's see, at the beginning, what was that? What was it at the beginning? Seriously? At the beginning was the end. Did we actually just say that? What's that? Baraka. Come on, big man. My brother, come. What is this? In the beginning,
Elohim Bara.
Elohim Bara. Bara. Go ahead. What happened? I can hear. What's that? Elohim spoke. Anybody that got an answer? Anybody that got a letter they need me to read? What happened? What happened? Was the word. You come on. That's all they got. So, didn't nobody hear what I just said? Did anybody hear what I said? Who did? Who heard what I said? Who heard what I said? What did I say?
No,
At the beginning.
You talking about having a plan, not having a plan, just saying something to happen.
No, I was talking out about sometimes doing something based off of by then something should happen. That's not a good plan, okay? You have a book that told you that in the beginning, what did he do? And y'all start talking about he bara, and he didn't know. He also he declared the end. I just said that he declared the end at the beginning. So when y'all kept hollering the answers, it really was throwing me. I'm kind of slow. Did nobody hear me say he declared the end? They heard me. Y'all kept saying, bara. I said, yeah, he said, okay. I declared the end at the beginning. Which part of the beginning you want? What part of the beginning? You need the end? Beginning is the end. It's the start of beginning, okay? So I'm trying to get you to understand. So that in telling you this is why there is no reason for me to be living off of something should happen. Everything is designated. You guys are not even living right. Why would I be telling you the end at the beginning and you living off of by then something should happen? That makes no sense. Everything is strategic. So when Yahushua was born, how did they know? They seen his coup. That's amazing. They seen him. So in Barashit, he told you about, what did he put in the Shamaim? Ox. And it was, so everything was strategic. Everything was strategic. There was no need for people just saying, I just believe some shit just happened. When Daniel came and correct them with the book, he let them know. He said he knew it was going to be 70 years according to what? This itch I get when it rains. It was according to the writings of Yirmiyahu. You guys have been living wrong. This is why a lot of your stuff have been failure. This has hurt us. Because you've been living off of the template of, man, something ought to just happen. No, it ain't gonna happen. Everything gonna happen the way he told us. Because now we have to believe this, that things happen outside his order. Come on, just go ahead and say it. Go ahead. You ain't gonna say it. That's how you believe. That is, come on. You gonna tell me you hadn't? If something's just supposed to happen, ain't nothing gonna just happen. Everything will happen just like you told them. That's how we're supposed to live. How they're supposed to live is like that. If I'm lucky, I don't live like that. I can't be lucky. I got to be according to an order. Is that making sense to y'all? Yes, sir. I'm just showing you defects that we have in our armor, because that makes no sense. When I tell you things how to work out, it's got to. It's got to. He said all things work together for the good of them that are harbin. When I tell you it got to, you think I'm just saying that? I know I'm harbin. So guess what has to happen? Some kind of should come. I know should not. It's going to. It's just when Yahushua had to be immersed, he said, well, this threw off everything you can know. I was. When he said, well, go home and think about it and get a couple. When he had to do it? Why? They had to feel something. It was empty. It hadn't got to the full level. We got to feel something. It has to be fulfilled. It ain't no optional. Well, man, it throw me. I can't get. It's got to be done now, and you ain't gonna believe it. You can't do it now. You still trying to figure out some things. You still working on some things. This is why you're in your condition. Because that's how you been living. Something got to happen. Ain't nothing got to happen. It got to be just like he told us. Why would Balaam tell him that all he was not an Ish? That he should consult, neither was he to be an Ish. That he should do what? Repent. Had he said? I mean, whatever he said, he's not moving from now. Or has he spoken? He said, behold, he'll give me a mark to Barak. And you ain't gonna believe what he said. And he's going to do it. He said, no, and he's done it. He said, I can't reverse it. He sent him up purposely. Before they are cutting, and he told him, he said, it's some people that come out. He said, gonna go up. He said, he gonna want you to curse him. He said, don't all of them. He ain't threaten him, well, I'm gonna take your life. I'm gonna kill you. This will happen. I said, don't all of them. He said, because they Barak. And when he was first persuaded to go, he looked and he saw him. He told him, he said, from the top of the rock, I see him. You ain't gonna believe it. We saw him from the top of the rock. That's what, when he was crucified, he was on a place of a skull. So where did we see him at? He was from the top of the rock. They seen him. And you ain't gonna believe it. And he, listen, and he said, it wasn't gonna be numbered among the people. And he said, and let my Lazarus stay busy first. He said, whoa, what you done? He said, you know, Barak, I hired you to curse these people. It wouldn't work. He let them get money and everything to try to stop, to try to detour it. That was for me. Because that was, listen, with that writing, it's all dependent on that. That's the only way I'm not going to quit. If they could have got him to do that, then I'm going to quit. Because I don't know who else would take somebody to do it. If he'd have turned around and he repented and turned back in the word, I ain't going to be able to stay. Because I said he going to do it to me. Why y'all think he wrote that? He didn't even know all this is dependent because you got to be saved off the writings. And the only way you're going to be outside the writing, and this is our prompt, we believe bits and pieces. I believe all of it. See, I told y'all this is a way of life. This is how we believe. We believe based off of the building and city. The reason why I say that, you don't get no strength, you come here in the building. You don't get your confirmation, you come in the building. I live a life. In my life, I watch how he structured, he do stuff. I can see that when I didn't consider. You just look at, well, this gonna happen, this gonna happen. That's not all that's gonna happen. Why you only reading for the destruction of? I keep some. When the whole destruction came down on Sodom and Gomorrah, what happened? You remember how Lot and them perished? You know he ain't gonna do that for me. He ain't gonna prepare me no place. You know what I asked him for? I just asked him for a little place. He told me, I ain't gonna be able to get to the top, but I said, I just need a little space. A lot of stuff I'm working on, y'all don't know why I'm just trying to get a little space for us. Just like Luke, I ain't asking for much, because I'm not looking for something permanent here. I'm looking for this to be temporary. I just need a little space till we can get out. I gotta have company. What was that for? That was for Luke. That was for me. Who reading it? Did Luke? So you think Luke sitting down, he reading that right now? So that wasn't written for him. You ain't gonna believe who it was written for. It was written for. How y'all come with y'all? You're right. It was written for us. So that we through what? Going through and not quitting. And he had, when he let him know, where he was when he said he couldn't make it that city. He was finna quit. If I say I can't make it out of here and it burn it, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to find another way. If I don't see I can make it, why would I be trying to find another way? That don't even make common sense. So he had to get him something so he wouldn't quit. That city gave him something he wouldn't quit. Now he gave me the word. He said, son, that's your city. It don't matter what happened. It gotta work out for me. It gotta work out for me. Ain't no some kind of no inner way. It gotta work out for me. Because that's what he want me to do. He said, it's all dependent, but it can't work out for me. It's all dependent on that though. Do I actually believe that whatever written for a time, written for my learning? Do I actually believe that? That they're going to teach me and show me something and instruct me? So I can go through without quitting. And I can believe it's a reward. That's my cord right there. That's my cord. I try to help y'all out. But some just be honest. A lot of y'all be honest, but you haven't believed them. You believe, when I say, we believe like churchgoers. Yeah, I need a word. You need a word. You know how many words this is? What you gonna do with one of them? That all these words evolved from one word. When you say you need a word, you need the fullness of it. The fullness of it come in and let you know if we follow this thing to the letter, not to the letter that kill it, but to the letter that lead to Kai. If we purified ourselves in doing it, if we stay studious behind it, if we stay continually following, benefit. Benefit. That ain't for everybody. You heard it. All y'all ain't gonna get it. I'm gonna lose some of y'all. That's fine for the fact that that's where you at. I gotta be him. I gotta be him. I know that little screen was I asked y'all to put this on. These people gonna fall. When these people fall, we gotta be standing.
Sure.
We gonna stand together. We gonna cry together. We gonna laugh together. We gonna come out together. But we gotta do what that man telling us to do. I know that I hate that man with all my heart right now, but I just gotta watch. He put it on my law for a reason. I just want to get through it right now. Let these people fall. They don't want to listen. It'll be some of y'all too, and you'll lie, and you'll say it. But I'm gonna tell y'all where we at, so y'all just know, okay? You're going to mess up, and when you do, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna tell you why. We're at the last end now. And mosh pot coming on everybody. I'm gonna cut you out. It's gonna be wives, it's gonna be husbands, it's gonna be kids. You're gonna get cut off. I told you, so you've been warned. You've been warned. You're gonna get cut off. I gotta keep moving this dog. I will not wait on you. I had to keep moving this dog. We're in the last end. We're not gonna have time now. Right now, y'all have played, you disobeyed, you fought, you gone again. You can't continue that way no more. We're too late in the game now. We can't. If people, they're not gonna be restored. It's too late. That man told him, he said, I'm coming quickly, and my reward is with me. He said to get it every man according to their work. Listen, if in the coming time, you ain't gonna have time to repent. Okay, what that mean? Why does he tell you, listen, he that is filthy, let him be filthy. Why would he say that? Because I've already got your reward now. You waited too late to transition. Y'all will say, don't worry about it. You've been told, a lot of y'all slow, you too slow. And your slowness gonna hurt you. You've been like this all your life and you ain't caught on yet. Some of y'all still in the state, it don't make no difference what you do. You know what it is? In the school teachers in here. Yes, sir. Semester 18 week. This is 17 week and a half. I got like 2.5 days for this semester over with. I got a 0. Man, give me some extra credit stuff. I'm finna try to take my rest. Over with. Why? I can't get nothing done in 2.5. I'm talking about, I just said, I'm talking about, but I'm finna come to class. I'm finna pay attention. Try to talk me down. Don't even, no, listen. Bro, I'm trying to get this. I'm just telling you flat, I don't know where you at now. I'm trying to get this. So y'all can see how serious I am. Me and Liam, I'm not even playing. This is how serious I am. I just cut him out. I don't want to talk to nobody. Can't don't talk to me. I don't want to borrow that. I brought my paper, pencil. I'm ready to go to work. Can I pay that class? That's what you're looking at. It's too late. You too far. You done been too far out there. I'm trying to tell some of y'all, catch on and pay attention. You know where you are. It's late now. This man is at destruction. He been doing this over a slow turn, but now it's evident, it's imminent, it's right in our face. Y'all can't get it. I'm talking slow to help y'all out because this is where we are, okay? I'm finna get ready and get y'all out of here till my time fails. But just know where y'all at. I'm going to have to separate with some of y'all because that's just where you are. We done been going too long. Some of y'all on that screen, we're gonna wind up parting ways. We too late in the game and you gonna wait, you know, play around. That's how serious this is for us. This can't be like, man, preacher talk, I see this, I ain't finna get serious. You might be in a state where it ain't gonna work right now. We're having to rapidly go back, catch some things to come back up because we gotta meet them people in mosh pot. And you can't come up and meet them people, tell them people you popped up and you ain't did no work. You ain't did no work. You remember he told them to go in the vineyard? And what they supposed to do? What kind of work you done did? They had to go work. Now, you might look and say, They ain't do all the work, but they did do a work. He did say a short work he'll do. You ain't did a short work. You follow the line of Yeshayahu, y'all have not all obeyed. It's critical, and y'all played around a long time. But now, what everybody been saying down the road and got time to play, your time up now. Your time for playing over with. Now we getting ready for March Pot. Now we getting ready for them to get ready to come. The big thing that everybody kept saying, old people son of poor. My Lord. You look at that trying to see them fall on that 10,000. Won't be long now. He be soon to come. You ever heard that before, A. Smith? You heard, did he sit on the porch and say that? You heard him sit on the porch and say that? You ever heard that, Van? When y'all back there in the field picking, when Kunta got his foot cut off, and he stumping, he put them holes in the ground with his foot, and they dropped them seeds in there. Anybody in the country remember the old folks say that? Anybody, you remember they say that? I'm telling them old folks be looking at they sit out there, they'll tell you, say, won't be long now. He be coming back here after a while. You be thinking yourself, like, what they done seen? I'm like, get ready to come. They never seen this before. They never seen this, but had they seen it before? He told her before though, he said, had they been in their day, they never seen that. Let me tell you something, what we living in, ain't nobody never seen this. Tell me folks seen it a day when everybody gonna be wearing masks. Everybody never seen it before. A day when stuff shut down. Man, we got war everywhere. What war? Where ain't war? Come after November the 8th, 6th, you're gonna have another one right here. It don't matter who get it, it's gonna be a war. It don't matter who get it. There's a complete man, and you who will set it up, the same two, listen here, grumpy old men. Grumpy old men too. Either one get it, we in trouble. The other one gonna run, we're gonna have a man running from the nursing home. If they report be true, they claim buying, they had to come get him, he walk around through there with his drawers on. Now that's they claim now. I'll let him keep going, man. White man in draw, walk by, I'm not finna be grabbing. Somebody going to jail, say, one of y'all white guy get it. They ain't gonna blame it on me. But this is where we at. At time, y'all to get serious. Alliance, y'all young people too, y'all don't have a lot of knowledge. Y'all got a lot of information. Keep messing around, disobeying the parent. You gotta pay for it. Y'all sneaking in line, y'all know better. A lot of the other kids, they don't know better. Y'all saying, oh y'all hear me? I know y'all be telling them lies. Don't y'all be telling lies. Tell the truth. That's another lie. Now they gonna say and say they don't be telling lies. That's another one. I can understand. They trying to wait, trying to say, I don't want to be like I be lying. They come. Yes, sir. Oh boy, you write a book. They kid, no, I ain't doing that child. I care about them. Let me tell you something. And kids, I know y'all make mistakes. Y'all gonna do stuff. Hey, I was a kid. That ain't gonna happen. I go this all the time with y'all. Think before you speak. You know one thing you have to look at and cut down your line to cutting them out. Watch what you do. Why you get yourself in a situation you gotta lie? I realize that. Think about that. You know why a person a liar? They get themselves in a situation where they gotta lie about. What? If ain't getting in a situation where ain't got nothing to lie about. I'm in a situation I kinda gotta lie about. Why? Think about it. Why do you have to lie about a situation? Why do you have to lie about it? Because I'm doing something I ain't got no business doing. I'm doing stuff wrong. So if you look, so you're automatically admitting that you're transgressing. Now you bring yourself into another fault. That becomes the problem. You get yourself into more and more trouble. After a while, you can't get out. Listen, I started out being a liar. I was a better liar than liar, y'all the kids. I was a professional liar. I could have got checks for it. Didn't help because everything you do gonna come back. I'm just help y'all out. It looked good, you ain't caught. Make no mistake, you don't be caught. Your lies run you into another wall. Guess what? A truth gonna hit you. That happened with Yahushua. We got stuck with a wall. We ran into a wall, we had to tell the truth. That's just being honest. We ran into a wall and we had to tell the truth. Y'all gonna keep running and it's gonna hurt you. Look at your decision. I know you wanna be a cat. I know you wanna fit in. I know I fit in. I ain't wanna fit in. I fit it in. That's the problem. You don't fit it away. Y'all kids got a lot better than us from. Y'all have more knowledge than we had, okay? Y'all got it harder because you trying to balance. These kids can do Christmas, you can't do Christmas. They do Halloween, you can't do Halloween. They say, Jesus, a lot of stuff they do. You can't do it. It's a lot of stuff they can go do and do it. You can't do it because of what we believe. Now it's hard on you and it makes you the oddball. Wait till you get out later. You'll see. This is the best thing for you. I'm telling you, and I know, please believe me when I tell you this. No, not now, you won't see it. And I don't expect you to. Trust us on this. You'll see. My kids, I know they want to do it. They ain't got out. Was that way better, this way better? And when y'all was in school, what y'all thought? Didn't it like their way was better? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Bro, come on, bro. Y'all believe that? Y'all think, bro, we're in school, man, they way wrong. Right. Boy, we almost lost you. You hear that man? You believe that? He thought that their way was worse? Huh? Huh? But when you was in the street, their way looked better. Their way looked like life. Their way looked like fun. Their way looked like, come on, Austin. They didn't want you to sneak out. And they way looked bad.
It was. I just fell in it.
But I'm just saying, that was it. It was, but I'm just saying, the pressure of fitting in is there. The pressure of looking like you ain't a square. All that look good now. I mean, you let that pressure get on you. You're going to pay for what you do later, though. A lot of people start out this. They get y'all pictures. It's people they went to school. I went to school with. All of them were cute little kids. Later on, they look, lip about broke off or something. Eye gone up. Because life going to scar you up. Life come to get you. That's why they tatted it up. You draw it all over yourself. They hurt. They damaged. They've been in prison. They got mental issues, stroke, other things. You look at, he come back and reward you for what you do now. Make no mistake, y'all. It look fun now. He gonna pay you back for what you do. And y'all keep going, keep going. John, you break the record. How many times you get in trouble with? In a week? None during a week. John don't get in trouble none during a week. I knew him. Jordan, what are you even looking on? Come on, put a check on this job. Jordan, you don't get in trouble during the week, Jordan? Who? You didn't get in trouble this week. Today, Wednesday, Jordan, wait till Friday. Give me Shabbat. Go put a check on the board. What about last week? You ain't get in trouble during the criminal holiday. Man, Merry Christmas. Go put a check on the board. Listen, but really trying to get y'all to look at minimizing to eventually eliminating, okay? But you got to start somewhere. Y'all guys getting a lot of information we weren't privy to. We didn't know. We didn't get. I know. You get upset. Your hormones. You're growing. And those at home too. Y'all. I'm talking to y'all too. But later on, make no mistake. You're gonna pay for what you do. You pay for what you do. Every one of y'all. You're gonna pay for what you do. It's good now. You're gonna pay for everything you do. Listen, I'm gonna tell you because I paid and still paying. Every night he come back and say, "You cut me a check." You say, "God, I'm still paying." I'm telling you, listen. You look like you're enjoying yourself now. Wait till they come back on you. We grown up. How many of y'all grown up here paying for what you done? Y'all see these hands? You know how long ago? I'm 54. You know how long ago since I've been a child? Since I had to be under somebody. So y'all in trouble. You see these folks here? These ain't babies. Raise y'all here that y'all paying for what you done. Look at all these people. These adults. I know what y'all looking at. Man, I got away and get a whipping. Now I got away and get in trouble. You know, he let you escape our eyes. He got something else for you. Now, they can come up with you being crippled. They come up with you on a stroke. They come up with you being blind. They come up with you going to prison. They come with something being amputated off your body. I'm just telling you now, he got something for you. We had to pay for this stuff, and you get it. That's the whole, and none of us in here knew how he was going to pay us either. No, that's the whole thing, though. You don't know how he going to pay you. He might just let you live slow. You be sitting there like Christopher Williams. He was the first Superman, well, the second Superman. First Superman for the movie, be blowing that straw to move your chair around. You ain't got no air, you done. You done, man. Got to hook up an inner tube. You ain't got no air, you can't go nowhere. You stuck. That wheelchair heavy. There's a lot of stuff now. Y'all young people, don't forget, you been told. Some of y'all smart enough to pay attention and realize, minimize what you're doing. If you stop doing stuff, ain't nothing to lie about. I didn't do it. Versus you do stuff you like, you get caught. Every time he's letting you get caught to show you, I caught you. I just want you to lie. Now you hung up. Like you try to use ration in your mind. I had this week. You know the week ain't over. Joe, how many weeks you done had? Have you had any weeks you ain't got in trouble? Name it, what week was that? What month was it in? You don't remember what month it was in? Do you remember what, do you remember, look at her. Do you remember what month, the week it was? Look at her. You know what that means. You can't do that. See, y'all, I'm just using him, but for all y'all, I know y'all think y'all smart. Listen, I was really smart, really good with it. So I thought till you pay for it. I'm just trying to help y'all out. You can keep doing it because I know you're gonna do it. That's just me talking, oh, I can't do nothing. Y'all gonna get caught. That's the whole thing about it. And the fact you know better. He told you, and when you know it, that be saying, well, you like you call trouble. You stay in trouble. Man, ain't got no nail pair of socks. Where your socks at? You got one sock on. Come here for a minute. Come here for a minute. What is this? Come here. Stay right here. Kick one foot out. Kick that left foot out. Pull the pant leg up. Yeah, all right, kick that out. Kick it out with the sock on it. Pull that up. Put it where you kick it out. Get this one. Put that. Your sock inside your shoe off your foot? William, go put a check on first. Is that the one you touch that foot with? Take this out. Don't. They got Corona and Kafooty. I don't want that Kafooty either. The man's sock is down inside his shoe and with his leg. Don't you feel uncomfortable?
No, not really.
Man, I'm like walking around with half a drawers on. Yeah, put your sock on. Just take it off and put it over your shoe. That'll keep some warm. Yeah, now put it back on. Yeah, take your shoe out and put your. Woo. We got some work to do with the young folk. Y'all young folk, take y'all time. Y'all gotta start working getting better. But you like you sneaking. You sneak, ain't you? I know. I can say it. Y'all know that. Oh yeah, he's slick. I pick Slick up good. At least he honest. I like that though. He honest. Cause he not. Most of them, I can pick y'all out anyway. It don't be hard to tell y'all. But y'all will try it anyway. So that's where y'all at anyway. Ain't that right, John? Why you think I keep calling your name? I can't hear you. Cause you always get in trouble. No, you don't. Remember? You don't hardly get in trouble. Remember? You do get in trouble. Which one is it? Yes or no? You do get in trouble. A lot. Pretty much every week. Not every week. How many weeks you get off in a month? Typically 4 weeks in a month. How many weeks you get off? Good weeks. 4 in a month, typically. You get a 5. We ain't gonna count the film. In 4 weeks out of a month, how many weeks you have good weeks? One of them. The other 3 just screwed. That's tight. 12, 1. So you get 12 weeks. You get 12 weeks a year that you're good. So what is it like 48, 50 something, 52 weeks? 52. And you get 12? That's tight. So we gotta do way better than that, don't we? This to help out. He ain't the only one. I know y'all have a slick one. Who else slick? Say that honor. Y'all can do better though, can't you? Asa, you ain't raise your hand. You not slick. Then you do a disappearing act on one time. And have a Hispanic man bring you back up down. That ain't gonna tell he ain't slick. That man disappeared, he done something. Come on, AJ, now let's go. And I said, come on, y'all. All these kids, y'all slick. Thank you. Come on, Blindy. You slick, Blindy? Ears? Slick? Hands? Slick? Hands? 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 Hey, thank you. Took you long enough. That gentleman said, he and your mama like, these kids need an answer. Yeah, he know that. Talia. Oh, she said, I ain't really confessed that one yet. Slick. Thank you. I want to get better though. I tell y'all that they didn't get you in trouble and try to get right. I care about all y'all. How many of my kids up there? Slick. How many of my kids up there? Oh, I did, thank you. I know that one right now. Thank you. She got him wave. That's right. I see you, dude.
I got that oil dry.
Got that oil dry. I wonder where he get it from. Exactly. I remember his dad escaped from the nursery. Go over the fence and escape to go play with Bright. That's like, the boy done climbed the fence. He done went a whole nother section over there. He's like, hey, bro. Oh yeah, that one was Slick too. He was like that. Who else I got it down? Slick. Thank y'all. Being honest. Cam Jr., yeah, raise your hand. You know you be farting in here too, Joe. Don't be laughing. Probably just farted in. They're gonna kill. That's right. Malcolm, that's right, man. That's right. I want y'all to get better. All my young people. Rashida, I see her hand up. Slick. There you go. Who else? I see the hand right there. Who that? That's right, Book. That's right. Well, I see the kid right there, Robert. I see y'all got him up. I said, her and John together. Look at all of them together. I see them in there. That's right. Listen, I say that to all my young people because I want them to get better. I'm a proponent for y'all. Y'all know I fight for you. I want better for y'all, but y'all got to want better for yourself. Y'all trying to fit in. I did that. That fitting in will get you hurt. You're getting the wrong place before you know it. People don't mean you no good. I'm telling you, people look like they're your friend. They're not your friend. I'm telling you, a lot of people you call your friend, you'll learn later, them not your friends. You know, right? Aria, Slick? Aria? That's tight, Aria. But listen, everybody, we want to get together. Y'all hear? And it ain't about who does confess. You want to be good for yourself. Y'all hear me? Y'all got an opportunity to do something and save yourself. While y'all going on, I'm telling you the same thing I'm telling these people in here. This man is ending his world. This thing ending. Those of y'all watching, I might be looking at them talking to you too. If y'all don't get y'all set together, you're a candidate for burning just like everybody else. Man, I ain't got no time. I'm a businessman. I'm telling you what I do. I am a businessman. Y'all got me? I know how to make money. If this is a game, I wouldn't even be here. I'm telling you flat, I wouldn't be here. I'd be out doing what I got to do. This is the most important thing I got going in my life. Make sure my soul saved. Making sure that we all in here right. All of y'all in here. Listen, I go trying to fit in, try to handle lingo, trying to get, that's all look fun and well. World ending now. Looking get smart at the mouth with your parents, slicking around. You're going to pay for what you done. That man told you, y'all supposed to obey your parents, but this is right. So things will go well with you. That's why a lot of stuff don't go well with you. That man gonna hurt you. He'll come and get you. That man will cut you off. Listen, you playing around. He keep another little kid just like you. Little kid ready to kill somebody. He got somebody for you now. Y'all do little stuff, y'all be going. Yahuwah got somebody for you. He got a grown man waiting on you. He got a car. He got a drunk driver. He got somebody texting drive. He got something for you now. He got some food can choke you while you're eating. Consider in your youth. They want to say, I'm trying to scare you. I'm trying to get you right and consider. You ain't doing that, you're going to get away with. Everybody got to listen. This thing is serious enough that we got to make sure these kids take it serious. It ain't about being y'all. It's about you coming to the knowledge of you got a soul. Y'all know kids your age die every day? Every day kids die, and that can be you. You got to think, William, you love me. You terrible, ain't you? You terrible, William? You're not supposed to be? What'd he say? Not always. William, you look like you be a good young man. You do. You like a good young man. And I don't think none of y'all terrible. I really don't. I just think you got to make adjustments. I had to do it. You got to make adjustments. You just got to start considering your decisions you make. When you make decisions, as you grow to be a man, and this is what hurt a lot of guys who got in here too, even with adults. Typically, when we look at our decision is when, let me see, when we sitting in jail. Not before the arrest, not before capture, not before sentence, it's after. Man, what I got to do differently? This is dumb. You might get caught one time doing that, but you shouldn't be caught back again. You'll start weighing. I told you one time they got me to really get my arrest, and I had to, my mom, she wouldn't get me out of jail. She told me to call my cousin. I had to call that man probably like, I don't know, probably 2 in the morning. That man was asleep. I said, Reverend Smith. He said, it was a collect call. You know, got a collect call from the, that already, they let you hear that. God. He said, hello. I said, Reverend Smith. He said, I said, they're talking. He said, I said, I'm in jail, locked up. He said, locked up? I said, yes, sir. He said, for what? I said, a stolen car. He said, a stolen car? This thing just whammed me out. I said, God. He said, did you know the car was stolen? I said, yes, sir. He said, you still got it? I said, For what? I said, oh my goodness. Listen, all I was looking at, I need to take this cord, wrap around my neck, and just because I'm like, this is getting dumber. The more he explained it, he's sitting here saying, he's telling me like, you knew it was stolen and you still got in it? I said, yes, sir. For what? I'm like, oh. I'm like, please, I'm gonna go to hell. Oh, I'm gonna preach. The preacher is condemning me. And the more he said, the dumber I felt. And you just realize, think your decision. When you get in trouble, what you gonna do? What is his favorite food? You know what his favorite food is? Pizza. So just hypothetically, I'm gonna call you. Ring, you pick up the phone. Okay. Yes, Miss Hayward. I was calling you because Jordan here cutting the monkey food in my class, and I can't get. He does the work, but he just won't do nothing I tell him to do. Okay? Now you hang up. Me don't hang up. So right now you finna go and make a pizza, cause that's his favorite food, right? So now you finna go make a pizza. Are you finna make him a pizza? That's what I'm trying to shit guy. Exactly. What do you expect to get? What do you expect to get from this? I'm just asking you, what's finna happen? What about the pizza? But pizza your favorite food. Why she not making a pizza? So you don't let me call back. Ring. Miss Hayward, listen, you are gonna make him a pizza, ain't you? Okay, but see what I'm saying? It don't make sense. When you think out y'all hear what I'm saying? Think out the consequences. Where is this going? Y'all kids, listen, I usually could talk to my principal. Option, elementary, call your parents, get a whipping. Sir, I let that man know. According to section code book school, you supposed to whoop me. We not calling him great. That man got a job. Listen, I be on that desk just like this right here. I'm like, I don't know what he waiting on. Because that man work hard. That man got a family. We ain't got time to be calling that man. I don't even know nobody's kid at this school. I got plenty of them tell. Listen, Scott, he had that thing had the holes in it. And he played football, Mr. Tom. Listen, that thing whistle. So, listen, you squeeze them butt cheeks like this. They just try to hold on to, but I know, call Henry Grady. They called my daddy one time. I don't know who did that, because that number, we filed that paper, emergency contact, Beulah Smith. I think that year she filled it out. And then scratched her name, put Henry Grady. So I'm sitting in the office, just spinning away. This man walks in the door with his lunch bucket. I'm trying to say, somebody dad to him. Because I know this ain't my dad. I look at the man like, I'm like, this cool. Somebody called you? I said, man, I'm thinking we carried the bus. That man made me walk home, and I was in front of him. I went home the hotel I didn't looking. Make sure that lunch bucket, listen, we stopped at that school. Listen, this is like a mile walk or longer. We did it right here, and I was on my front porch. I said, I don't know how we got here that fast. That man behind me just sweating. I was saying to myself, I knew the look. I said, that man is going to hit me with that metal line, but he's going to kill me. So I'm walking. I'm keeping some distance. Well, if he do this, I'm like, I got to be far enough in front of, because I know he got one sandwich in now, and it's in aluminum foil. And the way he going to swing going to be heavy. Because he don't never eat, but you take two, but he only eat one. He bring one home for the dog. So I stayed in front of that man, and he got that was it. I let him know, they will never be calling you again. I'll go to the board, I'll get this school shut down. We'll never have this again. I let people, I let her know you failed as a mother. When you put down my daddy as a mercy contact, I should have turned into the state. Because that stuff you don't do. I'm saying it to say, not thinking about decision, worrying about what he was going to do after is dumb. What was he going to do before? Start eliminating some of y'all executions where you're getting on these mad punishment by thinking before you react. You know, put your money, and you cry tears this big around. Your tears they be inhuman. I've never seen one tear that big. Come on, Joseph, get a check. Come on. Joseph, come put a check up the what? Why are you laughing? Joseph, why are you laughing? That's true. Go and put the check on there. Who's that funny? I need y'all, and those y'all home, Start thinking. Think before you execute. Think when you make a decision. Think, where's this going? Don't even just look about if you don't get caught. He's still watching you. That's what y'all got to remember. It's somebody watching y'all and we ain't there. It's somebody watching me when I'm not here. So I can run my mouth and say something that I'm not doing it. He gonna show it up. Just like y'all got, he gonna show you up. Use your head as y'all developing to become men and young women. Listen, your word is going to be your character. When you say things, people gonna say, he'll lie you anyway. And you're gonna need people to believe, that was me. I had bad character. People from stealing and lying all the time, and I was good at lying. You didn't know what I did or not. I mean, you couldn't tell. You lie so much, and you keep, you know what I'm saying? That stuff people think is good. Man, you lie, keep a straight face. That's good. Oh, they don't know I'm lying. Then when I needed people to believe me, you know, they look at it. I can't tell whether you lying or not. And I wasn't lying now, but guess what happened? I built the reputation of keeping a straight face and lying. So what people think that's good, now I can lie, people don't catch it. I can lie and keep my story. So guess how people looked at it? Father know you lying. That's how he let you, what looked like was a good skill, it came back to hurt me later. I'm trying to help y'all. You're gonna need somebody to believe. I told you when I got charged, I had to go turn myself in for rape. Never happened. Not closely remoted. I had to go sit there, I was ashamed, I was hurt. That thing hurted me so bad. Never happened. But you know, in my own mom, they look, we can't tell. You lie so much. That's when I realized your lying will hurt you. It builds character to tell the truth. Y'all hear me? You will get yourself in a situation and need people to believe you, but because you such a liar, I can't believe nothing you say. For all I know, you did it. You want to be able to have people say, I know that person. That's not them. People lie on me on YouTube. People that know me, that's not that man's character. That's how you want people to see you. When it came down to Yahushua, why y'all think, so do we believe the accusation about Yahushua, that he was a blasphemer? Why? Because we look at his character. Your character, what you say, your word, just like Yahuwah, we're only believing him because he keeps his word. You can't be no lying and ask people to believe in you. Y'all think these people, your parents packed up, moved, came here because I was a liar? They came because they know that man keep his word. That man stand on his word. That man got principles. Man shows a pattern. Man has a trait. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to do, establish it while you're young. Remember your creative days of your youth. Rosh Day coming. There's some bad days coming. Them lies gonna hurt you now. Y'all got me? They gonna come back up. Y'all got it? You do better. Take your time. That's us too. Adults too. You know what? If you don't meet no 25 hoes no day, if you ain't meet 25 women exactly everything you want, driving a BMW, Mercedes, paid, and you just turn it down because preacher said, well, just hold off on the women. Be able to say it. Wherever you at, listen, all I'm saying, there are some hills and humps in our lives we got to get over. Isn't that right? Sometimes you just need to get over that hump. And before you know it, anybody? There be anybody? How about you got anything you want to say? It's impossible to meet 15 women exact every day. 15 every day? How many can you meet in a day? Exactly, everything you want. I'm talking about exact. In a day. 15? Maybe 2? I don't say, come on, Ray, get a check. You tell me it's two of that gal over there. Look at that, Ray. It's 2 of them in a day. You saw she looked at you and said, you better not, huh? We got him. He's straight now. Ray, you sick. Get out. I'm going to get ready to let y'all go. We're going to allow Yahuwah to Nakar's leaders. We're going to go through these things and look at them, and we're going to develop to get better. And doing this, we want to work, our kids grow with us. We don't want to just get better ourselves. We want our kids grow. A lot of time what happens with religion is for the adults and the kids don't get. But he said, but Cup said for you and your children. We need them to grow with us. We need them to understand things at a certain point that it's important in your development for your salvation. This ain't no good. This you gotta remember, all of us. We were children, and he chose us. And he said, now, our hobby, you became adults. Now I'm going to set my affection on your children. It's important for us to groom them so we can receive them. We hadn't done that, because I know we've been kind of entangled with, I got so many things I'm trying to work, I got so many things I need to get done, I got so much I'm doing, but we can't forget about these kids. We can't forget about these kids. We get to going and get to doing, look what we got to do. We got to make sure they understand this is instructional time for you. This builds character for you. This sets you up and makes a precedent for him to receive you. And this is the goal. He told her we had to convert to become as, not as the liars, but the innocents. Where you're at an end to where you can be developed and learn. We got to make sure they understand that. Y'all got it? I'm trying to get ready to let y'all go, but I appreciate all y'all, okay? That's two. You gonna bring me some change, sweetie? You bring me 5, please. Appreciate all y'all. Y'all something. Don't let a little money get you down. So that's the goal. Let's work on development, doing better. I need y'all to work with the kids. Make sure they understand that too. I know y'all look at, they gotta have fun, but they ain't gotta burn. We gotta talk to them and teach them. We gotta teach them. Character isn't just something you get. You build character. You build them. That's what we want to do now. Let's work with them to build character. Get them to understand the importance of what. Let me give you the hunt. Come on, sweetie. Gotta get the hand. When you get through with everybody, money come by and see. All right. So, cause their money had germs on it. Folks go and it been in their wallet next to their booty. Yeah, rub it in that sweater. Yeah, rub it. Oh, you good? Okay. I want to make sure our hands. Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. That's for her. Yeah. Get through handling it and find. Make sure y'all put on your hand sanitizer. Get through. I know back, man. Y'all had that because shekels and all. They don't have that stuff on it. He said them shekels. They don't hold no germs. Appreciate you, who? Appreciate y'all. Isn't that right? I'll go. Let's make sure we get this thing right. Boy, you got some ears on you. I know it's hard to get the mask with that strain. That one of them new strain? What that one of them super duper masks? Coming from me, let me see them. Woo. I got some dough at home in my closet. I'm a kind of. God, that thing said fall. Let me tell you something. Whoa, boy. God almighty. Ooh. Well, you get a little grass and put it back there. Somewhere missing so far between them. I try to encourage kids. That's the only way they're going to get better. Y'all do the same. How y'all doing up there? Everybody doing all right? Stacia, you doing all right? Miss you. Getting better? We getting better? It's good. Liz, too to see you, sweetie. Shaquille, come on, get healed up now. Jessica and Bobby, the astronaut. Jessica, you've been gone so long, I forgot you was a member. Goodness, Jessica, you've been gone since last year. We ain't see, I hope she ain't still celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving. You've been missing a long time. How that dog doing? Said nothing shall separate us. Nothing but a bullet. Ivan, how y'all doing? You on the dog? Ivan, you got darker. Move toward the light. He living that goodness. No, you can't close the dark. Put a little light on that body. He smiled, I seen it. I see it right there. How the baby doing? Leona laughed too. She gonna get a check. You don't know no better. I told you, don't laugh at people got a problem. Daniel, how we doing, sweetie? Good to see you. I seen 2 of them came out there and said they were slick. They get better. The rest of them back that time, I'm trying to wait. I'm trying to think. That mean they slicker. Motor oil. How we done on that, Michelle? You done all right? Who showed that? That's you and Malcolm? Oh, that's one of the boys, that Landon. Oh, she done swat us. She got Landon over there. Look at him. All right, what's going on? Josiah, he over there by himself. Why we doing, Josiah? Oh, they're in the back over there. I see you. I see you. All right, got Kayla over there. Kayla, how you doing? You and Malcolm doing all right? Yeah, everybody, Cam, how we doing? Good to see you. Rashida? All right, now. Granville? Slide over a little bit. I see that pillow. Where's that? Is it a lump in that bed? We got to fluff that pillow. Then got coming. I said, we got to fluff it too. Yeah, that's how fluff. It's 2 pillows. That's what I'm saying. All right, my man. That's what I'm talking about. Robin, how you doing? You and John and the kids? How y'all doing?
I think she had the baby for
you. You had a baby? Way! Congratulations! Look at that. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that fat face. Favorite John, don't it? Mm-hmm. That's right. Now, how many of that make? 5. Woo! Y'all need to go back through some of my old tapes so you can get a rest. Ain't that right? Live streaming ain't holding y'all down. They're making them. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's all right. They're beautiful too. I know Sandy said she's going to make some more. That's all right. She had 9. She said she's trying to get an even 15. That's I appreciate it. Now they count in Spanish. Definitely good to see y'all here. Definitely good to see him. What else I got out there? Ernie? How we doing, Ernie? Good to see you. Ernie sleep on the camera. Ain't nothing wrong with that. South Palm. My man. Good to see you here. We got to get South Palm married, too. We're going to get you one. That way you can look at Wootsy. Once he get married. Jill. Jill got the white tee on. That's what I'm talking about. How we doing, Nicole? Let's see. Bruce. Little Sandy, she not making another baby. What, Danny? Oh, I forgot. She told me she don't need Danny. She said she'll bring him in later. What's going on, Marty there? Chelsea? Miss Pregnation? Hanging out, sweetie. Arnez? Yeah, rubbing your hair. You gotta, don't forget to rub your hair. Rub it so you keep it down. There you go. There. Good to see you. Meeks. Talking about the song, Meeks. The song. Is that a still picture? I'm still trying to figure why Meek didn't use the bathroom when he was in that hospital room. Them folks put all that equipment in. Man, they didn't use the stuff. They can do them tests on them. Man, if I could have gotten you that thing, I tried my best though, boy. Y'all seen that video? I was trying to help him too. Because they got them in there. People don't know though, that's what they got them in there for, to help you out so you can use them. They mount them on the wall, a new urination station. So it's cleaner for people, it's easier for them. It got up there, got the little stick on it. You really can urinate and now you slide your bed over there to it. And you urinate the top of that one. I try to get Meeks to use his, that way they can get it. They can get your samples quicker and easier that way. So, who we got on there? Faith? Oh, that should go better. All right, how we done? Battle Miss Ain, like how we doing? She leaning out back with a gangster lean in there. We're going to call her Aim Gangster. Dudes! Hey, my fat man. How we done, Alicia? Good to see you, sweetie. That boy look like you and that dad. He just swap up when he want to, look like he want to. Chris, my man, good to see you, Chris, always. Did you fill it out? Did you start filling out what I sent you?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, get that from him so I can let him know, because he looking for it. I got a good connect over there.
Okay.
Appreciate you here on the hobby.
I love y'all too.
Definitely, definitely. Look at that, Gerald Lancaster, the troublemaker. That's why she gangster leaning. She said, I got to have my pistol in that joke in here. I know, I don't blame you. Keep your pistol nearby. Did you call Breezy back?
We talked. I told him.
Oh, you talked to him? He was waiting to hear from you. He said he talked to you. We can't hear you, but he said he talked to you. Good. All right, Damon, how we doing? Damon said he come down here on the 29th. All right, come in. We're going to hit the ground running. We're going to make it happen. Who is that? Chantella? Good to see you. Well, where the husband them at? He had to work though on Wednesday night too, don't he? He probably in the truck. Oh, in the truck. Yeah, he been in the truck. Yeah. How about the daughter? How she doing? Naya, doing all right?
Yeah, that's her. She is. I just asking about her.
Okay. Yes. Tell them. I want to see her. Tell her hang in here. I know
Yes,
she done
sir.
graduated. I know she done graduated now. Hang in. You need some bread, Lancaster? Man, soon we come in, man, you had an instant, I see blood everywhere. The blood just skiing. He thought, they catch up. Now give her a stand, give Mr. Hua a hand clap, because he worthy. I'm gonna get y'all out early now. I apologize, I appreciate that. Try to get through, get over here so I can get finished, get home, get my little time in. I gotta get in, try to time to sleep like this and keep moving. We making it. I appreciate you, Hua, for what I get. Every little moment is precious. Ain't that right? Appreciate an announcement. Says the lady with the thin jacket. Y'all make sure y'all be wearing clothes thick enough too, and coats. Oh, thin jacket lady. Thing wide over my here. Like
I
she finna turn to
apologize. I got my
Superwoman.
thick jacket today.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have to. This stuff cold out here. Y'all be trying to do that pretty stuff out here. I ain't just telling you, a lot of them here, jacket open, that cold get in there. You might have your jacket on, but this open so that cold get in there. That cold get in your chest. You get older, that stuff will hurt you later on now. All right, come on. They hurt that cat, sometimes he get a cold, sound like holes troughing inside his chest. That's what Dave said. But I don't be listening. One thing y'all know me, my mama always told me, Tony, mind your own business. My mama told me, she told me when I was little, she said, mind your own business and just repeat what you hear other folks say. So I try to live by them rules. Go ahead.
Everybody sitting there hard.
Everybody sitting there, and we'll haul them back. All right, we're gonna they're gonna, and also, Amana, when we sang Raha Harp Little Children, I'm so glad you're over there. Because folks been writing, they been complaining about some noise they been hearing from over there by me. But I told them, that ain't none of preacher. I ain't calling your name, but that ain't none of preacher. All right, let it allow. Kudash Abba, separated Father, I do for all you done and you granted unto us. This Yom. And now as we enter into the Layla, we allow for your Baraka to be upon us, which is your gift of benefits, to keep us, to be a refuge and a hiding place. Through Yahushua HaMashiach, which is your salvation, the anointed one. Through all that he rendered and manifested in his Kai, his life, and his Mut, his death. Baraka enlighten us, to teach us, to show us, instruct us, to grant us the Binah, the understanding, the Da'ath, the knowledge, and seal us with the Ruach HaKadosh, that we might receive the Kakma, which is the wisdom, the skill. Yada, grant us that we might yada, how to halak, which is know how to walk. Let your piney, your face, be our or upon us, and an encampment of protection. Baraka Jerusalem, that New Jerusalem might come forth through the devastation, destruction of Jerusalem that now that's here, as we seek one to come. We allow that you make us Tauher, pure, of the Kodashim, the separated ones, Talmim, complete, and join us with the Mashiach. We allow that you would Baraka us, bestow a gift of benefit upon us, according to the Berith Yushavat, which is the covenant you vowed to Abraham, Yasakak, Jacob, the Yahudim, Yasharal, the Tuladaf, the generations, even unto us and our Tuladaf, our generation, those your Kara far off. Baraka, your Shalakim, your sent ones, your Ra'im, your shepherds, your Malaki, your messengers, that will debar your debar, which is speak your word without faltering, without wavering. Baraka, those that are gone astray and taken from us, our individual mishpachaf, our families, that they'll repent and call upon Yeshua. Be a baraka to John and Robin and their new addition, as well as their other mishpachaf. Be a baraka to those that confess their kataim and ma'al, which are their sins of transgression. Those that support your dabarim, those we commit to you in Palau, that ask us to Palau for them and with them, that seek you for healing and restoration, and most of all, Yeshua, which is salvation. Be with our young people that are here, as well as others that you're recovering, to keep them, that they'll zakar you before the Rosh Yumim come, which is marked to remember. Baraka those behind prison walls and captivity. Forgive our enemies. Baraka those married, single, separated, sick, and afflicted. Those in leadership and authority, execute your will. Those going through the destructions of nature, the tribulation, persecution, that we allow you continue to count us worthy to escape. If you see fit that we go through, just keep us, that we faint not. We allow that you search us and see if there be any Rosh Darak, which are any evil ways. Cast it from us and lead us into the Alam Darak, which is in the everlasting way. We allow that you would allow your debar, your word, to shar and marshal over, which is rule and govern. That you allow it to search our inward parts to find if there's a defect or a fault, anything before the human mashpah. And again, we allow that you would touch our young people, that they will consider, as well as ourselves, our latter end. When we've done all we can do here on this side, if you see fit that we don't come to see the yum, which is rise to see the day, grant us a beth in your Alam Malkuth, which is the home of your eternal empire, where we can see your pioneer your face, and Tahalim your Shem better, which is praise your name. In the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, let us all say, Amen. Come home! Come home! Ahabia! Come on, baby kids. Hello, I still got my kids. Come on, kids. I ain't got all night fooling with y'all. All right. Hold on, my kid. Y'all still come around, son. I got some room in front. Hey, my big man. Wait, so Deuce to see you too. He can see you up there, Wayne. You gonna wait for Deuce? He on the camera. He on the screen. Y'all gonna wave at other kids at home? Let them see all the other people. You gonna wave? You gonna wave? Yeah, you gonna wave so they can see you? Let's go. Y'all ready? Stretch them out. Y'all ready? We're gonna bring them up. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Ra the little children. Ooh, all the children of the congregation. Ooh, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. Ra the little children of the congregation. Woo! Come home, come home. Ahab, your hubby. Keisha too old to be in front of that camera.